willkommen. We've got an interesting stream for you folks, and or probably an interesting VOD. Because I guess if you're here already, you're watching the VOD. Or our psychic. One or the other.
Seems like such a tiny gun to two-hand.
Yeah. I guess that's why he's not two-handed. Oh, he does. Okay. Yeah. Got my nice, clean suit.
Looking spiffy.
Thank you. You know what? I'll walk. So I did a little bit. I went to Abernathy Farm and bought myself a big shipment of plastic. Or no, sorry, fertilizer is what they have. And then...
Hey, Jordan. Hey, Stardust. Mush. Help.
So, I'm running a quite peculiar build. A rather strange one. I've already collected lots and lots of plastic, and then I went and bought a whole lot of fertilizer. And if you know this game, you might know what I'm doing. But you also might not.
Oh, did you want to explain the mod to them?
I could. I think... Ooh, that's a lot of damage. I feel like I might as well waste the 9mm on raiders and then use the 10mm on harder stuff. So I got about to add 9mm as a caliber because there's not a lot of variety when you're... You know, the guns don't have quite enough variety to them, I feel like. Somehow I was perfectly entertained in Fallout 3 with the variety, but somehow with this you know, there's all these mods to add more, and I must have. So.
Stardust is calling you a druggie.
Oh, they know. They know. Yes. So, I've decided to do no VATs, just drugs. Just lots of drugs.
What a cute little playground they put into the game.
And I can use them again.
I guess it's also somewhat foreshadowing to aliens being real.
Yeah.
But it's very cute.
It's been so long since I've looted stuff. I think the last time I played... Oh, that's money, right? Yeah. I think the last time I played Fallout, I was so... A clean tan suit. That's very Miami Vice. Nah.
Stardust says Jet Virgin versus Mentats Chad.
Mentats? What the fuck am I gonna do with Mentats? Isn't that for what am I, increasing my VATS accuracy? Ridiculous. I'm gonna go with the gray suit. And if I want to add a little autism, got a new Shanka hat.
No.
So yeah. Going slow-mo. Lots and lots of slow-mo. I wonder... There's something in here, right? There's a bunch of, unmarked, sort of very basic areas. This is just called Workhouse. It's not, branded or anything, which is very odd. There's a bunch of areas like that. Wait, the broom has plastic?
Hey, Eric. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, welcome, welcome.
So for those of you who have played Fallout 4, what would you rate this game? Because I know that it had a lot of angry people when it first came out.
A lot of the complaints when it first came out I thought were unreasonable. Because a lot of people were like, well, it's going away from RPG elements, and it's like, I don't know. I talked to someone who was like, they were complaining it doesn't have RPG elements, and I was like, well, what game has these, like, RPG elements that you want, right? And they were like, well, Divinity, the original Sin 2, just came out. And I was like, okay, have you played that game? Because I played that game. It doesn't have any of the stuff you're describing.
Do they just mean that Fallout 4 has less choices that, like, matter?
Sort of. They wanted, like... Yeah, they wanted, like, 100, like, 40 choices or something in dialogue. And let me tell you, I've played Fallout... I've played Fallout 2. They have a bunch of dialogue options, and they're all trash. So...
That's fair. I remember you playing Fallout 2 while I was in the room.
Yeah, like, a lot of the dialogue options in Fallout... Like, if you have too high of intelligence in Fallout 2, you break the fourth wall, because that's what smart people do, is they're so ironic and clever.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's problems with Fallout 4, but it's, like, it's good. I don't know. The base of the game that, you know, the average person of the company put into it did come out good. There was a couple story stuff where it was just like, why put this in the game at all? Like, it was just so weird. Like, I stumbled across, like, a whole quest about a cuckold, and then the narrative of the quest depicts him as, like, a bad person. He's, like, a loser for being upset about getting cucked, and he's, like, a bad man. And it was, like, dealing with that as, like, the narrative position was so uncomfortable, and I was just, like, someone at the company just, like, is just anti-monogamous, and they're like, if you try to be monogamous with someone, you deserve this. And then there's like,
or was the idea that he was, like, so pathetic because he doesn't, like, beat the other guy up or something?
He tries and then gets beat up. There's a scene of him getting beat up, and then if you shoot the other guy, there's no option for you to help him win the fight. You can only, like, talk to him and console him for being a loser. And then there's, like, a drug thing. You can get all these drugs, but then it's like they don't understand how the scale of the game works, because the amount of drugs involved in the quest was 50 of every type of chem, and it's like, that's an insane quantity to throw at the player. Like, I don't know how, like, it's so much. And there's, like, so many different drugs, so it's like, you know, it's like 5 pounds of fucking meth.
Delicious.
And then when you, like, there's many options during the quest for it to result in him getting mad over something very silly, and then you having to kill him. So it's like, it's just like the narrative position of the company is very weird. And then there's other stuff like, there's a quest where, or there's an area, like there's a vault where you go in, and then the whole vault is kind of this allegory for immigration, and they have these weird, like, it doesn't quite fit, like, they're having these conversations that don't describe what their surroundings are, you know, like, it doesn't actually describe the setting, but if you just say, oh, this is an allegory for immigration, it makes sense. But there is no literal, like, immigration. They're a vault, and they're deciding to not be isolationist, and there's, like, real concerns with having a functioning vault, very little combat experience, and then opening up your settlement to strangers that are more experienced with combat and more heavily armed. So there's an obvious like disparity in power when you're a vault opening yourself up, because you have a perfect settlement that is vulnerable as long as the door is open. So, you know, but they're kind of like acting as though you're a bigot if you're worried about the outside world. It's like, you should be. I had to kill a bunch of raiders to get here. Like, there are people outside that, like, have, like, bodies on stakes, and it's like, what are you, a bigot? You don't want to get impaled? Like, eh. So you can kind of see, I could see people complaining about some of the writing, because like whenever you have that sort of situation where like some people at the company are just like writing real weird stuff, you're going to eventually come across weirdo quests. And after you've played the game a bunch, you just know to avoid those quests. But when you're first exploring the game, you don't have this feeling of wonder. You kind of have this feeling of like dread. Like you're going to come across something that's going to like ruin your day. So in exchange for the time you have to enjoy yourself, yes. And you'll see the only components I have tagged for search are plastic and fertilizer. It is all I require in this world. For it will give me my precious. Laundered cream dress sounds like something I won't need, but since it's clean, it just seems like I must have it. Where should be my main base? I think... Oh, you can get outside through that. All the interiors in Concord are so strange. They seem like very early on in development, you know? Yeah. Classic Fallout is like some weird situation like this. It's just mannequins and a dead body and machetes and okay.
Stardust has an interesting perspective on the whole thing. Says Fallout 4 was my first Fallout.
Oh.
I've played Fallout 3 recently, and I'll get to New Vegas soon. I don't think I'll like the other games as much as I can because Fallout 4's gunplay is pristine.
True. Very true. You might enjoy Fallout 3. There's some mods for Fallout 3 that make it nicer for people. So in Fallout 3, you have an interesting thing where... I wonder what's in there. Oh, there's a big steamer trunk in there, huh? Neat. Let's go outside. There's a thing where if you have higher small gun skill, the bullets will magnetize to the core of an enemy. But if you're trying to shoot an arm that's popping out from behind cover, it will drag it into the cover and you will miss. It's interesting. There are mods to change that. I wish there was a mod that would change it just when you're aiming down sights. Or, yeah. Then New Vegas is also fun. I enjoyed both. Some people are very tribal about it, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's like sacrilegious if you say that you like Fallout 3 more than New Vegas, but...
It's sacrilegious if you say you like Dark Souls 2.
Oh, yeah, it's like the same thing. People get super, like... I don't know, they just, like... smack their dicks on the table and cry. Oh, and the Luger is a mod. I guess I should be picking up everything because I need money. Now, normally, I'm going to just show you that I can do this, but I'm not going to actually do this. You know, let me just slap a hard save down to alleviate some of my persistent angst. What was that? Just a regular box. Can't really see. Okay. So, what you're supposed to do is go in through there, up, and then fight through and get to the roof as like the end of the quest. However, let's imagine that we're naughty, naughty boys. Forget your sign.
Chaos Smash 64 says, just wanted to let you know I have your comic, which has been delivered to my house weeks ago. So, woo!
And everyone else is waiting for the books. It should be coming...
We're waiting for the books.
Yeah, everyone else is waiting for your book. I apologize deeply. I believe tomorrow it should come. I was looking at the tracking thing and it was like it's in the States but why? But they're waiting for approval or something like that. Like it's supposed to be picked up by some kind of courier. We'll see. I pressed the jump button, but it didn't. So I think I can get across there, but maybe not. I could be mistaken. That seems like it should be a jumpable. Okay. So jet lets you jump further, so you could indeed start this quest here, and I can't. Strength 8 required to rip the gun off the vertebrae. Interesting. I think if you get up here with power armor on, I know I skipped this quest one time and then came back with a jetpack. If you land up here, it starts the normal fight you're supposed to have. I don't know. Can you go in through? Oh, you could get in here. Yeah. This would skip a huge section of the quest, so I'm not going to do it, but you could just get in. And then I think it triggers. I thought I triggered this quest early one time, but perhaps I was mistaken.
Yes, Eric Lowry says, quick saving before doing something reckless or silly? Classic Bethesda.
Yes. Sometimes I just see someone like eat shit, just like fall and like smash their head on something, and then I'm just like, that's an F9 right there. Or like if you're like watching, it's the worst when you think that in real life, but sometimes you see a video and someone just takes a really bad spill and you're like, yeah, that's an F9 over there. Okay. Bonus option. Bonus objective. So this, as you'll see shortly, is a very spicy mod which got a lot of attention. Which is...
We may get banned for using this mod. Who knows?
That would be interesting. Sorry, I realize now... Yeah. Very hard.
Aura Honeydew says, funny thing is, I just finished watching that Internet Historian video where he accidentally writes a Fallout creepypasta. I don't know if I've seen that one or not.
I don't know. It sounds maybe familiar, but let me make sure the difficulty is. Normally I play on... I use a mod that makes survival difficulty apply to very hard, but I don't have that, so... I should, though. Oops. Fuck. I cannot even believe the guile he has to live. Please die. Okay, well... Not even worth a jet. Pathetic. I guess I should just loot everything, right? What's my carry capacity? Oh, that's my health. No, I thought I was carrying this. Okay. I should just take everything because I need to buy more fertilizer and plastic. Next stop, Diamond City, so I can get shipments of plastic. For sure. Is this the entrance? Okay, this is the entrance, so it's this way. So yeah, anyway, it's a mod that serves to, like, de-wokify the game. Removing, yeah, you know, why am I thinking about looting? Just take. Why think when you can just take? Purporting to remove diversity and girl bosses. I think they're a little bit heavy-handed, if I dare say so myself. For example, like, they removed Kate from the game and replaced it with, like, a male counterpart. Granted, it doesn't make a lot of sense that a girl could be a champion cage fighter with a baseball bat, but I don't know. It's not that offensive. It's not. I mean, I guess it is. It's a little bit ridiculous, but laundered loungewear. Let's see what laundered loungewear looks like. Will I be a classy gentleman with laundered loungewear? You know what? That's not too bad. Yeah. Stand-up citizen, I think. What does laundered loungewear do for me? Charisma and endurance. You know, I'm gonna. Sure, I'll go around to my bag of cement. That, of course, I'd put that in my pocket. So. Oh my god, how do you shoot me? Oh boy. Click on their head.
Hey, Nito. He says, Adam, Trisha, I've been thinking, it's always good to find joy in the little things. I was missing the adrenaline rush of turning in last-minute college paper that I had 2 weeks to do.
It's actually a pretty decent mural they have over here.
Yeah, nice. Nice.
Fuck yeah.
The evolution of America.
America.
Chaos Mesh is like, wait, is Fallout 4 woke?
It's not really that bad. I think you could mostly not notice it, but you can tell that some of the writers, especially when you look at some of the cut content that, like, Todd Howard axed, there's a bunch of stuff that's just kind of like, it's not woke in, like, the standard sense, but it's certainly, like, there's certainly some stuff that's like you know what, let me just take out another gun when that happens. What do we got? Where's my standard, like, wait, you're on 4? Oh, fuck. Alright, give me that. That's how you reload. Give me all this stuff. I'm addicted to Jet? Who cares? I only ever fight with Jet. There's some stuff, like, I mentioned it earlier, I don't want to, like, rehash the entire thing. There's a weird, like, cuckold quest that I just, like, stumbled upon. Some of the side content is weird with, like, infidelity and whatever, and, like, that sort of thing is not, I don't know, like, It's my supposition that if you have content that's like centering around cheating, you're kind of supporting the idea that um, guys are stupid for trying to get into relationships, or like that they deserve it because monogamy is like female slavery or something stupid. So yeah, I mean, if you think about like if you had like some dude from the Daily Wire like writing you a quest, he would probably have it involve like loving couples, etc. And maybe that's like a certain barometer for it. It's not bad by any means. I don't think this mod is really like super necessary, but I was kind of inspired seeing that it exists because what did I see that requires a key? Oh, they give you that key because you're supposed to not jump across. Got it. I'm supposed to go through this. And then that would lead to getting the vertebrate thing. Sorry, got distracted. Yeah, it's inspiring to see someone make a mod that is super offensive in like current year, because there's so much censorship. Like Steam Workshop, Mod Nexus, obviously. You can have some like communist mods on Mod Nexus, but you can't have you couldn't have like anything like if you like, for example, like the pride flag, swapping it out for American flags was like super controversial.
Right.
Um,
That wasn't that bad though, really.
yeah. There's a mod. There's a mod for like the Harry Potter game to make lighter skin tones, because the Harry Potter game essentially has no really like British looking skin tones. All of them are kind of dark. And so someone made a mod to add more lighter skin tones, and in the mod description they're so self-flagellating. They're like, I look sick, I just want to, I look sick and I shouldn't look like this, but I'm pale, and people ask me if I'm sick all the time, and it's like and then they added other optional files to make darker skin tones. It's like, yeah, see, I'm not racist, I whatever. So so seeing a mod that's like this haram, for lack of a better term, is kind of inspiring, because you don't see a lot of that, especially a mod that's quite this expansive. And you can see,
Man, I don't know who you are, but your timing's impeccable.
here's Preston Garvey.
Commonwealth Minuteman.
I fucking love him, voice actor.
Glad to help. Well, if that's true, we could use some more goodwill. As you can see, we're in a bit of a mess here. Who are these people? Just folks looking for a new home. Fresh start. I've been with them since Quincy. Lexington looked good for a while, but the ghouls drove us out of there. A month ago, there were 20 of us. Yesterday, there were 8. Now, 5. It's just me, the Lawns, Marcy and James, and that's old Mama Murphy on the couch. This here's Sturgis.
Ghouls.
Ghouls? What are ghouls?
Wow, you really aren't from around here, are you? Ghouls are irradiated people. Most are just like you and me. They look pretty messed up and they live a long time. But they're still just people. The ones I'm talking about are different. Radiation's rotted their brains.
Eric Lowry says I like his
They'll
sideburns.
rip you apart just as
Yeah.
soon as look
They
at
are
you.
pretty nifty.
Anyway, we figured Concord would be a safe
It's a pretty
place to
decent
settle.
Boston accent too.
Those raiders proved us wrong.
Actually, maybe I'm not a good judge of that.
We have one idea.
I think I probably hear way more impersonations of Boston accents than actual Boston accents.
Maybe.
Because part of me is like, shouldn't it be more extreme? Shouldn't it be more of a caricature?
Where you going?
Will it be enough to stop those maniacs?
Sturgis? Tell him. There's a crashed vertibird up on the roof. Old school. Pre-war. You might have seen it. Well, looks like one of its passengers left behind a seriously sweet goodie. We're talking a full suit of cherry T-45 power armor. Military issue.
I like it.
Yeah, I thought you might. Protection with an added bonus. Get the suit. You can rip the minigun right off the vertibird. Do that. And those raiders get an express ticket to hell. You dig?
Could work.
It'll work. Provided we can reactivate the suit. It's totally out
You know,
of
they
use.
never mentioned whether or not you're
Probably
certified
has
for
100
power
years.
armor.
It can be powered up.
But your character is a military veteran, so it makes sense that they can like fight and stuff. It's a really cool origin, honestly. It's like you're pre-war and you were in the military, like you fought in wars, covered wars, you know.
I'll help if I can.
What you'll need is an old pre-war FC, standardized fusion core, your high-grade long-term nuclear battery, used by the military in some companies way back when. We know
But we
right
can't
where
get to
to
the
find
damn
one.
thing. It's down in the basement, locked behind a security gate. Look, I fixed it.
What if he's supposed to be interrupting him like that?
Bypassing security ain't
Probably not.
exactly my forte.
I would assume
Give it a
not.
shot.
I already have it. I don't have it. I have a fusion core. It's not that fusion core.
Actually, I already grabbed the fusion core. We're set.
Well, alright. Maybe our luck's finally turning around. Once you jack the core into the power armor and grab that minigun, those raiders will know they picked the wrong fight. Good luck.
They also removed the romance from McCready, which is kind of necessary. Oh wow.
Ma'am? You okay?
Try to flee out the back or something.
Eric says, I live quite close to Boston, and my Boston accent is terrible.
So, in a real Boston accent, do you say Boston or Baston?
Boston.
Baston. Sorry. Baston.
He also says, I didn't care for what they did with power armor in this game. I preferred it being a late game reward you had to go seeking out.
Yeah, instead of something to, like, make the game's journalists come. Like, yeah, I could see that. I think this is okay because it's very broken when you get it, and you don't really have a way of repairing it, so I could see it as a thing for the first quest. But they give you T60, right? Like, it's not even... Is this... Yeah, this is... No, T45? Why does T45 look like this? Oh, hey. I remember this.
United States Army Staff Sergeant Michael Daly.
Oh,
This past Saturday, October
past
23rd,
experience.
while en route to West Stockbridge,
Stardust says, I wish there was more progression with the power armor.
Mm-hmm.
Not much difference or benefit between T45 and XO1.
Yeah. No, that's totally fair. Especially if you upgrade, like, T45,
co-pilot was
you
killed
get pretty
on impact.
close.
Pilot died of his injuries a day later. Day after that, Flaherty and Cannibal were shot by some
Time to
scared
pull out the big guns.
survivors.
A long, hardened 10mm.
Haven't seen him since. Now it's my turn to go AWOL, if that concept even applies anymore. My armor's fusion core is burned out, so I guess my soldering days are done.
How much jet do I have? Alright, that should be enough. I don't need the... Well, I could sell this. Fair enough. But I want my Hey, you guys calm down there. I got stuff to loot. I want that scanner thing that tells me all the stuff I can pick up. Alright. Quick save. That's not. Stole my kill, Preston. Phew. Oh, I used to. Get. Oh. I don't have any grenades.
Good old slow.
Okay, this doesn't seem to be a great idea. I'm gonna smack the shit out of this guy. Is he dead? Alright, big boy.
I don't want to set the world on fire. Chaos No 64 says next game you should play is Fallout 76.
No. Fallout 76 is not as bad as people... Like, the reasons people say it's bad are not super reasonable. Okay, so do I actually have to just use a Gatling gun to kill this fucking guy? I was trying to do a pistol build, but I guess I'm just doing all guns, except for heavy guns. So I guess this is fine. Is there another enemy next to me? The first time you cripple the head, they get stunned, but after that, they just eat lead like fucking monsters.
Yeah.
You fucking big bitch over there.
Yeah, you tell him, babe.
Coming for you. Alright, give me all your loot. Ah, ah, ah. I did it.
Adam
for the
Bartolome
loot.
asks, what makes this mod spicy? And also, welcome to the chat.
Hey. Welcome.
The other Adam is here.
Yes, the conclave of atoms is assembling. This mod purports to reduce diversity and girl bosses, which is quite offensive. I know a lot of people were very upset about this mod when it was announced. There's articles and stuff written. It is called the Grounded Commonwealth. Yeah, so like a lot of they've remade a lot of the characters. Like Proctor Ingram is changed into like a male version. I think it's still called Proctor Ingram. I don't know. I looked at the change list.
I guess we'll find out the changes as we talk to more people.
Oh, that's right. You can just walk into sandbags and break them.
Yeah.
Specifically sandbags. I'm curious what's down here. I think it's like this is their lair or something like that. Yeah, why not? Let's go on the Civic Access.
Hell yeah. This mod must have taken a long time.
They said around a year of working on it on and off, but they're The guy who made it is also like a content creator.
Oh. Huh.
He got banned from YouTube, and now he's like, he still pulls in like decent views on Rumble. I think it was American Krogan on all the alt stuff.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
I watched like a couple of his videos. I try not to watch too much like
Negative stuff.
political,
Yeah.
like, because it just like, even if it's not like, I don't know, it's just like in my diet of like stuff I'm consuming. You know, I don't. It's not that important that I know exactly how far the West is falling. You know what I mean?
Stardust says, "Oh, I like Proctor Ingram, voiced by my favorite actress. Got 2 art pieces signed by her."
Yeah, I think Proctor Ingram is an example of a character that doesn't quite make sense. I thought like the concept of the character was much stronger than the execution, to be honest. But like the idea, so Proctor Ingram is a female soldier who gets crushed. Her legs get crushed in a super mutant behemoth stampede, which is about the most exciting thing you could conceive of in Fallout. It almost makes you think like, well, why wasn't the finale of this game a super mutant behemoth stampede?
Yeah, right.
Because nothing that happens at the end is nearly that exciting. Like, just a fucking giant kaiju fight where you're like just blasting super mutant behemoths with like huge cannons sounds fucking amazing. But then how she talks to you, like whoever was in charge of her dialogue, I think did that concept like kind of a disservice, because she sort of,
She's kind of mean.
yeah, like it's, I think they're trying to go for like Gunny from Full Metal Jacket or whatever it was, without quite pulling it off. But you know, it's I still think it's like a decent character. I think sometimes when you're, I think sometimes with like modern writing, when people are writing women, they use it as an excuse to just do a bad job.
Maybe.
Like,
maybe. I mean, that's
because there's plenty of things where it's just like, oh well, you don't like it because you're a bigot, and it's like, okay, well that's like,
yeah, it's like that same thing when like people who are writing kids cartoons do a super poor job because they're like, well, it's just for kids.
yeah,
Because like kids can't articulate criticism towards them, so they just figure, oh well, then I can make it as bad as I want.
yeah. But it, you know, it's like, if someone's, is that where do I? Okay, I can't walk through that. Okay, I don't have enough jet to get in there, I guess, or get up there or wherever I have to be. Yeah, like, I don't know, like, you see a certain amount of just like kind of low quality writing. There's, yeah, I think also cutting Kate out of the game, considering it's like a fully voiced companion and everything, it's a little like, I would consider that to be a little like overboard, but who am I?
Stardust also says Liberty Prime's pretty baller. Yeah, I want to get 2 art pieces signed by the voice of Liberty Prime. That's the real.
This might carry capacity though. Okay. Should I just slam back some buff out? Oh no, I have grilled radstag. Fuck yeah, baby. Give me all this shit. Okay. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, jet. Okay, how do I get out of the sewers?
Okay, Smash64 says adults that behave like kids writing kids shows are stupid.
Yes.
Gotta agree with you there.
True facts. And it's unfortunate because, like, I was complaining about how like Miss Marvel is handled as a character in the like orthodoxy of Marvel, and or no, I was like saying like I don't really like Wonder Woman, right? Because my cousin was asking if I saw Wonder Woman. I was like, no, I saw Alita, and my cousin is like liberal, and she was like, oh, it figures you would be someone who doesn't like Wonder Woman, doesn't like female superheroes, and I was like,
Alita?
and I like rolled my eyes and I was like, ugh. And then I was like, I was like explaining like, well, Alita is a female character, and I just said I enjoyed that movie. And then I explained like if you have a character and you're not allowed to have anything bad happen to the character, it's very difficult to build sympathy for the character. And especially when you have like low quality writers, which you do for Marvel and DC, you're just not gonna get there. You're not gonna achieve like a very sympathetic character. Would it be weird if I just said, "Hang on, Preston Garvey, I'm gonna go to Red Rocket Truck Stop, drop off all of my stuff, and then make a bunch of meth, and I'm gonna come back and talk to you," and then just show up like several hours later? I'm sure this happens all the time.
I'm sure,
Yeah.
Common occurrence. Yeah. Excited to hear that Alita 2 and 3 are confirmed. I can only hope that they're as good as the first.
Shouldn't there be like a button that you can just hit to exit your power armor so that it's docked in the station without looking dumb?
Yes. Chaos Smash 64 says, I was playing Smash Ultimate and ran into a player that had the name Trump 1. I wanted him to win, but unfortunately I won that match. There's a funny chat comment.
That doesn't weigh anything. Okay. Honestly, the most valuable like thing to sell is a broken power armor piece because it's 0 weight. Oh man. All right. So, what do I put away? Oh yeah, all that stuff I can put away.
Death is a preferable alternative to communism. Better dead than red.
Oh yeah, minigun I'll put away until I can like sell it. Okay. Now I'm going through withdrawal to my chems, but it's okay, everyone. Look how much experience I get in making drugs. I don't have any fertilizer, but okay, it's okay. I don't need it. I do need it. Need my meth. Okay. I'm gonna Museum of Freedom and like finish that quest, and then I think I'm gonna go to Abernathy Farm and buy more shipments of fertilizer. Sell all this like junk I have from the raiders. And I'll get some fertilizer. That'll get me enough meth to get to Diamond City. I was surprised. There was a lot of countries that used meth in World War II. I thought it was like just... I think it was a Finnish soldier that had like some story about taking combat meth.
Ah, yes. That good old combat meth.
In the daylight, I see loot. I wonder... It would be interesting to... There's so many, like, peripheral stories you could do to, like, fantasy, right? Mm-hmm. What if you had a fantasy, like, manga that was, like, slice of life, where it's not the hero that's the main character, it's, like, their followers that don't do any combat, they just collect all the loot and sell it, and then, like, handle repairing their equipment and stuff?
Every follower is just Ranny from Dragon's Crown.
I'm just glad you're on our side.
Feelings mutual.
You can never have too many friends. not in the Commonwealth.
That guy looks like a
Listen,
Preston.
When we first met, you said you were glad to help. Well, you did. We all owe you our lives. So here.
They removed the romance option for McCready.
I didn't do it for money.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just kind of the way things are around here, you know?
I did it for experience.
You remind me of my friends, the other Minutemen. Ones who gave their lives to something bigger than themselves.
So yeah, if you have McCready as a follower, he will constantly be like, once you max his affinity,
What would I need to do?
he constantly approaches you. He's like, man, I just feel so close to you. I just don't know what it means. And then you always have the option to just like fuck him, and then you just choose like, it's because we're buddies. And then he's like, yeah, you're right. But then he'll always restart the dialogue, and he never stops. You always have the option to go back and try to fuck him. And so they just removed the romance because that's like the end result of like any sort of closeness with any character.
Damn. That is something, huh?
Okay, I'm listening.
You're a man out of time, out of hope.
But, you know, I don't know. You could have girls playing the game wanting to get their husbando McCready.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Look, kid, I know how it sounds.
Sounds like it would be a fun read. How the hell are we supposed to sell all this junk? He picks up the most random crap.
It's also like, what does it look like after you slaughter a whole like ambush of bandits? Like, do you just like, you know, the crossguards of swords? Like, do you just like hang those on your arm and just like keep on like sticking them on, or do you have like a barrel that you carry around that you just put all the weapons in?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then like you could have like a sort of conversation between.
Take your time, kid.
Yeah, you know, fuck you. I hate psychics in games. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, me too. Why didn't they remove her?
Oh, God. My mistake.
Chaos says, I heard there was drama involving the creators of Common America. Is this true or false? I have no idea. I haven't heard anything like that.
Let's get going.
So I wouldn't be able to tell you. What kind of drama was it? They just don't like each other anymore, or... I mean, plenty of Common America posts that seem pretty happy, so I don't know.
Want us to just head out on another wild goose chase because Mama Murphy saw it? Oh, hold on. Everybody just take it easy. We're all in
Take
this
it
together,
easy.
right?
Yeah,
So, John, you got a better idea of what we should do next?
just take it easy.
Well, sanctuary it is. Let's just hope it
I don't understand why they don't consult you and, like, I don't know, there's no...
Sounds like you better get going with Diamond City.
Alright.
Hey, just take it
The
easy.
thing is, she's his mom? Or no? I always thought she was his mom, but I guess not. I guess they're, like, siblings? I guess it doesn't matter. There's, like, no dialogue with them. No.
Are they dating?
I don't believe so. I don't know, she was old...
I just don't want to be that person who like sees us together and always assumes that we're related somehow. Like one of the women who came up to our table today was like, "Oh, is that your dad, brother, cousin?" It's like he's my boyfriend. She's like, "Oh."
Dad, brother, cousin? Like, oh, just like...
going through all the different ways you could be related to me.
First of all,
instead of-
why do people think that I could be your dad? Like,
I don't know.
fucking,
You
like...
don't look that old.
Was I, like, 5? Although it is flattering that they think you look so young. Whatever. But-
Young enough to be a toddler.
It's... on one hand, it's, like, nice, but then on the other hand, it's, like...
Oof.
Yeah, on the other hand, it's like, hey, listen, pal, I'm not some fucking, like... There's some YouTuber who... Oh, I get extra charisma for having a cowboy hat? Huh? And a clean gray suit? I am ready to trade with everyone. All right. Let's go Abernath's. Get some fertilizer. And then this will get me to Diamond City. Once I'm in Diamond City, I am home free. Because then I can buy shipments of plastic, shipments of fertilizer from Abernathy Farm. I will have infinite meth. My jet stores will be simply NASA-esque. I'll have so many jets. Hey, don't you go back to farming. You stupid.
What is she farming? It's all cracked ground.
You want to buy or sell something?
I'm gonna shoot the
Sure.
dumb face off. Alright. Fertilizer. Can I, like, heavy 10mm? Long, hardened 10mm. Okay, so...
Stardust says, I do sometimes look at Trish and wonder how we're the same age. Apparently I just have a baby face. But it's good, because it means I'll look young for a long time.
You're gonna age like a fucking vampire, dude.
Chaos Smash asks, are you boyfriend and girlfriend or fiancés? Just boyfriend and girlfriend. But, you know, dating for 7 years, so...
Not yet.
Well, basically.
No.
Didn't we decide our anniversary was this month?
Yeah, but it's not yet. It's just been dating for like 360 days.
Yeah, there you go.
Just 6 years and like 360 days. It's not...
Yeah.
Nothing
So
crazy.
So I think I've got them locked in, is my point.
Yeah, you do. That was funny the one time, like, I don't even remember what. I was, like, talking to one of our, we used to have these, friends that, like, didn't have the healthiest outlook on, like, relationships and stuff. They were together, but that didn't, yeah. So, but they were like, oh, you wait until you've been dating for, what did I say, 6 years? No, it was like,
I think it was less than that.
they were like, wait until you've been dating her for 5 years, and I was like, I have. I was like, yeah, no, yeah, I was like, doing the math, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you just wait.
I was like, wait until whatever.
Eventually you'll hate her.
Yeah. Fucking doomers, man.
All the black-pilled. It's like, I hate my significant other, so therefore you should hate yours. Anytime now.
Yeah. Yeah, something I like mentioned in a point I mentioned in like Slayer in the Wide Valley is like some people like their philosophy is like, oh, live like you're gonna die tomorrow, and it's like maybe you should live like you're gonna live forever, because there's a lot of people that will have these like conflicts with their significant other that they're just like, I don't know, they just kind of like, you know, they're just like quote unquote burying the hatchet or whatever, like they're just stacking more grievances on top of each other, and then they're just like ready to like explode eventually, and it's just like, I don't know what the thought process is like, well, I guess like, because you're eventually gonna have this explosive fight if you keep on like stacking stuff like that. So it's like, what do you
just bring out all your grievances at once?
And then when you have that explosive fight, is that really like an efficient way of resolving all of your conflicts? Not really. So you're just you're never cleansing all of your debuffs. You're always stacking more and then and then cracking like a certain number. So it's like you're kind of building this like ever higher pile of grievances against each other and random things you'll explode about. And it's like, what is that strategy of like, because you're not going to die tomorrow, so like maybe you should act like you're going to live forever, because what's the strategy when you say like some kind of venomous comment that you know is going to like bother them until they explode? It's like, what's your strategy? Like, you're just hoping you're going to die soon so that you don't have to have the explosive fight?
Yeah.
Alright. Now I have plenty of meth. Gotta make sure I put it into the right quick slot. Oh, I put a mod on so I could have some cool clothing. I wonder if I can build it yet.
What kind of cool clothing do you get?
This. I need ballistic fiber, which is very rare, so I guess it would be a while. But I can make the arm guards, but then I would have to be naked because this clothing takes up every slot. Okay. Let me make sure that I have my meth equipped. Sorry, my jet. My combat jet. And then I'm gonna... No fast traveling to play... I guess that is just how the game works. Never mind. Okay, so I'll go to Museum of Freedom and then I'll walk to Diamond City. I'll try to get there on 14 doses of jet. Although, I guess I could make money and then buy another shipment of fertilizer. It's hard to forage for fertilizer, is why I'm like thinking about the fertilizer is the harder part. But you can buy a shipment of plastic from Diamond City, 2 shipments of fertilizer, and then just have 25 jet, like, ready-made. Assuming you have the money for it. Now, how do we generate infinite money? That's right. I need to make water purifiers. Lots of water purifiers. So, where do I make my base, right? I want to make, like, a main base. Should I settle in Sanctuary and make all the water purifiers in, like, the river area and try to make massive amounts of money that way? Or do I do the big giant island? No. The big giant island is like this sort of creative blank canvas, and I don't know what I would want to build. So, you know what my favorite settlement, though, is actually over this way. I am that autismoid. I do remember how to walk to places in Fallout 4. It's the drive-in theater. I came across it and I was just, wow, that's such a cozy place to just have a settlement. I think the same thing with like a movie theater. If you had a settlement in a movie theater, just imagine like you're hanging out with your friends and like, or imagine like going on a cute date if you lived at a movie theater. You just find a theater or like some like... You'd find some, like, random projector room and just, like, have a chat on some folding chairs. It's just, like, there's just these cozy little spots. You know what? Let me, kind of tired of this Luger. Can I make myself... I have a couple mods. I have, like, some kind of, like, regular-looking pistol. Like, American-looking pistol. And then... I have enough 10mm to use the big old brick with a handle. Oh, this is another change. This used to be a very skinny black woman, and now it looks a little bit more like who you would actually hire to be your muscle.
Fair enough.
That guy looks much more scary now, and he has like a bigger gun.
Oh, Matthew Atkinson is asking what mod are you using? What was this called?
This is called Grounded Commonwealth, and it's supposed to reduce diversity and girl bosses. I think they went a little bit far, especially like in the girl boss reduction, but because some of the characters they removed Kate as a character, and it's like that's one of the companion characters. So there's like, there's like hundreds of, probably maybe even like closer to 1,000 lines of dialogue because they're commenting on everything you do. So
yeah,
it seems like sort of a waste. I don't know why she couldn't be a random character. Like,
why she couldn't still be in the game?
Yeah, or like a bartender or something. Because her character, like, why she had to be cut from the game is my question. Because
yes. Yeah.
she's Okay, so her origin makes no sense for a girl character. I get that, because she's a cage fighter with a baseball bat who's killing raiders in the cage. And it's like, is that really
Yeah.
reasonable? She's killing men with baseball bats when they have, like, it's like, I think the fight you walk in on, the guy has a sledgehammer and she has a baseball bat. I think that's right. I don't know, I just don't see it. If he was unarmed, maybe, but the idea that she is, like, she makes her living in cage fighting that pays for her alcoholism doesn't really sound like exactly the most, like... Or, sorry, she has a psycho addiction, I think, which I guess makes a little bit more sense, because psycho is a very strong buff in this game. I'll intimidate, because I'm so
Stop
charismatic.
waving that gun in our face, or it's gonna involve me. Okay, just take it easy. We'll lower our weapons, all right? Just don't do anything crazy.
Give me money.
Now hand over your money, all of it. Just keep calm, all right? Here. That's everything I have.
What's going on?
What's going on here? It's a simple business dispute. Got it. Thomas is sitting on a pile of goods that he owes me. I tried reasoning with him, but it looks like I...
Oh, they must have... This was a woman that owned this, this diner. This, like, diner... It's a trade hub, but it used to be a diner. Yeah. Give me money.
If I help, I expect to get paid. And I'd love to pay you. You took all my money, remember? I'll work something out.
I'll talk to
I'll
Thomas.
talk to him. Maybe we can work this out. Appreciate it. If things go sideways, we'll back you up.
Alrighty.
Well, let's talk to Thomas.
They did a decent job incorporating the mod in the game and making it all look like it belongs.
Yeah, so originally, this was a woman, and that was her son. But I guess their logic is that it wouldn't make sense for a woman to be able to survive in the wasteland with her son. Which I guess, but that doesn't mean that, like... I don't know, it seems... It feels very ideal, kind of. Like, they're like, well, women wouldn't be doing dangerous things. And it's like, that's not true.
I guess the real question is, like, where's the father?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But dead, I guess, would be the...
I
you would
guess,
suppose?
But then it's like, oh, really? The
Single
father
mother in the wasteland doesn't sound like the
Yeah.
greatest occupation. It doesn't come up, which is a bizarre thing, right? I like, with guns being the great equalizer, I think, like, you could survive as a woman in a, like, out in the wasteland. Although in this particular situation, if this situation has never come up before, it's like, here's the more bizarre situation is, like, the guys over there, that's a drug dealer. And then the son is a junkie withdrawing over there. And the mother, or now father, is, like, keeping her son away from the stuff and is like, why did you
You know, that...
get my son addicted to the drugs, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, how the fuck did you even find this place? Like, where the fuck?
That does sound like a role that's better suited for, like, the father to be, like, with the gun being like, stay away from my kid.
Yeah. They also replaced Trash Can Carla with Trash Can Carl. And I thought Trash Can Carla was a fantastic character. Didn't really make a lot of sense, granted. But, you know, if you have caravan guards, I don't know. It's like, just because a woman wouldn't want to be wandering the desert trading garbage doesn't mean that she wouldn't. Also, if a man owns this establishment, you don't think that he would, like, make the roof not completely open to the air? To the sky? Just, how do they even live here? Like, where do they sleep? Okay, anyway. Hi, buddy.
Excuse me.
I saw you and that poison son talking. Well, he ain't getting his money. Period.
Why not?
Why? What's this all about?
Oh, that chem pusher didn't tell you? He got my boy hooked on Jet. Sold him a ton of junk on credit. And now expects me to pay him off. That bastard ain't getting a single damn cap from me.
Well, what would my character's position be on the consumption of Jet? Calling it poison, it's a little offensive.
Role playing time. It
But,
sounds like you owe these people money.
Listen, pal, did he use all the jet? You know, I could use some of that. Oh, you know what? Chat, decide. Should I offer him help and slow-mo destroy those guys outside? Because my bloodlust kind of demands it.
Yes. Put in your vote now, and we'll wait for the delay to go by.
Do we kill the drug dealers and hopefully take their drugs?
Right,
Or-
left, up, or down?
Or muscle the guy to pay the drug dealer? If you help, I think you get a discount at this place, which is like... And they also sell junk, so... You can... So yeah, I've stopped back at this place a lot of times to buy more junk, so... The
We're
most...
saying help him.
Yes, sir.
He might reward you with jet.
What can
Matthew
I do?
Atkinson says, that's one of the problems with the Fallout universe. As much as I love the series, they do not repair damaged places like they probably should. That's fair.
I'll make it 125 caps.
It's weird that even in like Fallout games where you can like
More money.
build stuff,
I'll pay you 150.
there's still not a whole lot of
Even more money.
How mad Wolfgang is? He's a maniac. Don't make me a real offer.
All right, killer.
This cowboy hat and suit, it's just the best. Even
so
more?
intimidated with the
All right, killer.
you maxed out on more money. Alright, so Adam's character
Got his
is
stuff.
all jet. He's a total druggie.
Give me all your clothes. I need to buy jet. Oh, it still says Simone in the thing. Oh no! I'm not that kind of junkie. Okay, let me buy stuff.
Can't wait to see the pros feeding on that scumbag. Here, this is... Now, you ever need to trade? My shop's open.
What a fine, upstanding dude.
Let's see what you have.
A little bit of everything.
Okay. Let's see. Fertilizer. Oh, baby. Give me those big old bags of fertilizer. Oh. General Chow's Revenge. Alright. Why do you have a serrated Chinese sword?
Chaos Mash says, your outfit makes you look like a Texan car salesman. We got the best deals over here.
Well, I'll be. Alright. I'm about to be a water salesman, man. We're gonna sell so much water. Alright. Pipe revolver pistol and that, yeah. And leather, yeah, all this fucking garbage. Don't need any of this stuff. Laundered loungewear. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of the clean tan suit. I think gray is my color. Or if I could find white, that would be even better. Yeah. You know what? Take all my tattoos. And what else we got? I need my folder and subway token, obviously. Very important items. Okay. No, it's just that they're 0 weight, so no point in selling it.
Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Dimmadome. Alright, so should I grab like rifles and automatics just to have more variety maybe? Not automatics, because yeah. Probably do that another time. Like another character do automatics. No chance of getting addicted to alcohol. Does that matter? Okay, none of that is useful. Less likely to get addicted does not matter. I need to be immune. I'm gonna take so many drugs, it's not really even feasible to imagine that I wouldn't get addicted.
Yeah.
I plan on taking it with every fight.
Take it in the morning. I'm ready.
Yeah. I can't think of anything more degenerate than wake and bake, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with that like concept, but like you wake up and then take a drug that makes you sleepy. Just immediately fuck with your brain.
Yeah. Just can't even be bothered to be sober for 1 second.
Yeah, it's just like the most. Okay, wait. You know what? Let me see if I can make. I'm already getting bored of using the Luger.
Stardust says, I think getting addicted would be better, more fun roleplay. Yeah. Need this stuff.
I just got 2 big bags of fertilizer at home. I just can't wait to huff this literal shit. Oh, you eat the poo.
Mommy, why does that man smell bad?
Man, our friend shared with us. There's some meme that's been going around recently, which is like this. It's this like all black denomination, and he's like, it's like one of our like flock or something. They'd like to make an announcement, and he gets up to the mic and he's like, "I ain't gay no more.
I ain't gay no more. I like women." He seemed very excited to be dating women.
What are we thinking? There's an Outrun. Neon Sunrise is like an Outrun color scheme. It looks a little bit horrendous. You know, the Children of Atom actually looks pretty nice. I think typically I go with Onyx, or I think there's a shiny one that's like the Silver Shroud or something. Not bad. Right? A little culty, but
yeah.
let's see. I'm gonna go with the Silver Shroud because I think that one is pretty nice looking. It's like, you know, silver and stuff, as one might imagine.
That's pretty nice, yeah. Kind of like
goes
retro,
with my
futuristic.
It goes with my Texas water salesman aesthetic.
Yeah.
Alright, so where should I start my water farm, everyone? Store all my junk, and then, like, I think mods. I'll put that in there because I think that weighs stuff. Okay. And, go back to my gas station to make myself some more jet. Okay. Oh, okay, so, hold on. I can craft stuff. Okay. So it doesn't look like I can make the Mauser. I have a mod for. So I wanted more pistol variety. I have a mod for making a Mauser. No, you can't craft here. Let's see. Can I make this better? Oh, I can. Gun nut. Okay, so armor piercing automatic. No, I don't need automatic.
Eric says, Adam fulfills his long-time dream of becoming a moisture farmer.
Yes.
There you go.
Powerful receiver. Okay, so I can make that, so let's level up and grab gun nut. Well, let's do the 10mm because that's like really the powerful receiver. Let's see if I have enough to upgrade the Luger. It's not. No, everything requires like 2 and whatever. What about you? I could do that if I had nuclear material and 2 screws. Okay. Alright. Go down back to the Drumlin Diner and then stop by the, I guess Sanctuary is the most logical place, but I kind of hate making a base in Sanctuary without that mod that lets you delete the disgusting brush that's like everywhere in this game.
Brush?
Like dead plants.
Oh. Just looks really bad?
Yeah, it just looks gross.
Okay.
So it's like when you're making the base, it never quite looks done because you're like you still have all the stuff you should be scrapping, but you just can't. And
Yeah, you can't really clean up.
yeah, I didn't bother grabbing a whole bunch of mods that I thought would like break the game, like just cause it to crash because there's this like overhaul mod on.
Good idea, yeah.
So someplace that's like already kind of together would be best. So my favorite is the drive-in. I just thought it was such a cozy idea to do a drive-in for a base.
That is a nice idea.
So cozy, in fact, that the post-apocalyptic thing that I'm like playing around with, one of the bases, one of the settlements, I went with shiny Luger. In certain lightings, this looks like a toy gun. What? Fucking die. You. How dare you?
Stardust says, could make the farm your base and have access to fertilizer. Steal all their fertilizer.
Oh, because they have a cow? No, the fertilizer that a cow can produce is trash. It's like one every like, if you, like 2 days or something. Like you can't even press wait to have it build up. Oh, right, this isn't my base until I press E to the thing. So I have some like workshop thing that like gives you an unfair advantage. So for water, this thing. So I don't need to be by the water to produce an insane amount of water.
Oh yes. Shitty cow shit, he needs that real shit. Only the
Steel,
finest
copper, rubber, ceramic,
for
foil.
your drugs.
Is it cloth is the added thing? So I could make a ton of these across the whole area. And then one of these in the middle. A lot of people don't like this base because they think it's permanently irradiated. It is not. You just have to go over to these and like scrap them before they kill you. What is happening?
Oh.
Okay. God, that's so... Although, I have, in the past, used the center of this base to execute people that I didn't like, because you can make them walk to the barrels by, like, telling them to go guard something. So, assuming that I had the materials, I could make these water purifiers. You can fit, like, I think 2 or maybe 3 in the center. But it's really, for the most part, I would just be, like, clearing space to just farm water with 1 million of these water pumps. And that would be kind of my strategy. I you know, it's kind of a quaint base. I do enjoy it. I like this. There's like a little... Go under the screen. Although I hate how you can't delete these. Like, just brush like this just annoys me. So I think there's a sleeping bag under here. Oh, maybe I just placed a sleeping bag because I thought that would be a cozy spot for someone to have be there, like, bedroom. And there's, like, you could position a sniper up here.
Yeah.
It'd be so neat
Pretty cozy.
to, like, you know, if you could imagine this as like a much more clean black suit. Hey.
And every Friday you can have movie night.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, and then you could like buy film reels from people.
Yeah. Stardust says, I use this base for making robots with the DLC.
Yeah. You can make some really busted robots. Like melee robots with 2 hammers, like a hammer in each arm, is like such. It's like a one shot on everything when it like does the pounce, the 2-handed attack. Yeah, there's all these like bombs and stuff over here.
Chaos Mash 64 says, I remember watching a Let's Play channel called the Bastard Brothers. They played Fallout New Vegas and went on full evil. They did side quests and they killed the people that gave the side quests. It was pure chaos.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a sleeping bag up here, or a mattress rather.
And you even have a friend you can cuddle with. Yeah.
You can't scrap the skeleton though, I think. Yeah, so...
Well, he's your buddy.
Okay. Yeah. Well, anyway. This could be a cozy base. No need to decide just yet. I don't need to immediately start scamming everyone with water salesman tactics. Home decor. I had something which let me build like buses. Huh. So this is like Queen of the Black Coast, like a parody of that. I don't know what that would... I'd probably not a parody of anything.
So nice that they actually commissioned art for these.
Lost in the Snows of Lust.
Aha!
I
I remember that story, yeah. It's a funny story.
Yeah.
The Unstoppables. My god, there's so much art.
This is some kind of Creation Club thing. They were already assets in the game, but then... Yeah, I don't know. What am I thinking? It's like... Oh, I love the airplane seats as like a thing you could just stick places. Or the park benches you could just like stick someplace in a base. Oh, you know, I could do Finch Farm, and then there's... So verticality is a thing, right? So you see like the roads out there? There's a base that has one of those roads going over it, and you can build stairs that go up to the top level and then build on there too. Or an elevator, of course. There's some kind of way with one of the Creation Kit things you can make buses, and I thought that was just such a quaint little like idea for a bunkhouse, is like to have a like emptied out bus and then put like bunk beds or sleeping bags in there. Feels cozy.
Eric Lowry makes a good point. He says, if you can't scrap the skeletons, you should at least be able to dress them in suits and have them do funny poses.
Correct.
Yes. Then they can become decoration.
I don't know what this is over here. Let me just like console my paranoia. By the way, getting 8 rounds into a Luger magazine is fucking nuts. Mystic Pines. Oh, this is a retirement home, I think.
Kill them all.
Oh, plastic pumpkin. I can make some good meth out of that.
Nothing in the fridge?
Fridges in Fallout 4. Well, this is... I mean, that's a Nuka-Cola thing. I don't know that this makes a whole lot of sense. Like, well, you put in the thing, you open the door, and you just take one out of all the things in there. Like, not to be a cynic, but is that really like a good system?
I mean, that's how it used to work for like newspapers, but I feel like it's a bit extreme for soda.
Yeah, like who's gonna steal a newspaper? Like who's gonna take like 40 newspapers? I remember those newspaper machines too.
Yeah. Well, some places still have them. Because, you know, once again, who's going to steal a newspaper? They normally have, like, so many extras, it doesn't even matter.
It's not like they're going to be any good tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Junk down Jerky Vendor. Oh, oopsies.
Chaos Mash 64 wants to know, is there a Baldur's Gate 3 bear sex choice in this game?
I have not seen the clip for that, but you know, all of the romance clips for Baldur's Gate are a little bit off. You might notice, like they're not quite right, and that's because they're
Men.
yeah, they're men. Like both mocap actors are men that are doing the scenes, so they seem like both characters seem weirdly masculine, and it's because they're masculine, right? Like I don't know. They don't
It's
even
kind of gay.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, like whatever. It's not that that's like not that you couldn't have it work, but they're not very good at acting like girls. Like they don't act like demure or whatever. Like
Well, I mean, like, what would even be the excuse for not just getting a girl to play the girl characters?
because you hired two guys to do mocap and you didn't hire a girl to do any mocap, and so
That's sexist.
all of the animations just look like men or just look like twinky boys because the mocap actors are just twinks. They're showing behind the scenes and I was like, yeah, you can't just hire twinks and then say that those are like men and women.
Yeah.
That certainly, like the more dexterous, like the vampire guy, his animations with daggers and whatever, they look right because that's kind of what they're like. That's kind of their wheelhouse. Oh, could I go up there? Oh my god, what the fuck happened to me?
Stingwing.
Oh Jesus. Fuck me. All right, let's do one of those. Yeah, I don't know. Crack a Nuka-Cola. Let's see. Oh, fuck no, am I fighting that without map? Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
Oh man, that's the worst.
Whew. Okay, and then my like arm is crippled, so I have to use a stim pack. Yeah, let's crack one of those. Hey, you had a plastic knife. I can make more meth.
Hey, there you go.
Alright, let's not get distracted. I think there's gunners up there or something. Let's not get too distracted. Oh, what a beautiful poster. I've seen this one before. Some cool art.
KS Mash 64 says, pretty soon there will be no men or women, just a creature. But we can genocide creatures.
Did you say that? Or are you advocating?
Yes, I added that. If they're not human anymore, I mean, kind of open season.
Literally, who is always upset when humans are depicted positively in media? It's not the right.
Body type 1 and body type 2. But body type 2 cannot be shirtless.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I knew I recognized
that's
that
fine.
bridge.
Those explosions look pretty epic in this game.
Oh yeah.
Not too shabby, Fallout 4.
Alright. Now, it's time to like set some waypoints. What do we got? What's your freedom calls? I don't need to join shit in fucking anywhere. Go to Diamond City. Stop. Oh, can I uncheck all my quests? Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, in that case, let me like set some waypoints that I actually want to reach. Let's get to this bridge, and then can I set another one? Okay. I will.
Body type 2 can also not be pretty. Because it's sexist. But
Oh,
there is
yeah.
no sex.
That is the most bizarre form of feminism. Is like women should be ugly and men should be attractive. It's
Oh,
like
it's because feminists are ugly. So they want everyone to be ugly like them.
male feminists are ugly too.
Yes. Male feminists are either like ugly or like twinky. Just like very.
Gay.
I mean, I guess the word is soy based, but
Yeah. I don't
soy
know.
boys. Who are like,
The
I'll do
meme-
whatever it takes to impress a girl.
By the way, the meme of like male feminists being like creepy rapists is it's that stereotype exists for a reason, and yeah, I've met people at school. It's just like, yeah, it's just like whenever I hear male feminist, I really do think of that, because like that was a meme, and then I actually like met people, and it was like people tell stories about it, especially maybe okay. So maybe not like exactly.
Yes, Aura Honeydew says, I'd say weak and unappealing.
Yeah.
It's always lowering standards.
There's yeah, so like there's a term that I don't know if you guys have heard of. It's called sex pesting, which is like when someone's like, "Please have sex with me,"
Please.
and people can't really call that. Like,
Oh my god, the noise you made me think that you were actually hurt for a second.
I just like saw him in the periphery, and I was like, get out of the menu.
Oh man.
Take a puff of my cocaine inhaler. Enhance my combat capabilities. I'm like running low on ammo now.
Puff
Yeah,
that jet
but-
to cure your asthma.
Yeah, so that's kind of a that was Jesus, itching my eye. How dare you? Oh my god, that was a lot of damage. So that you can't really. I think calling that like sexual assault is kind of like
A stretch.
extremely insulting to women. That like they're so vulnerable to please that they just.
It's the same as just holding them down and
It just makes them sound.
forcing
It makes women sound really stupid.
Yes. Yes.
But it does in fact work, and that was like a problem at my school. It was like male feminists doing that.
Ash Mash 64 said a feminist just slapped the shit out of you.
Didn't like my opinions.
Yeah, I guess not.
Owned me with facts and logic. We went on another double date with our
Based friends.
yeah. Oh, Richard's note. What does Richard's note say?
I need to meet more based indie comic creators.
For sure. And
Let's just keep on increasing the amount that there are online.
oh, could I get sunglasses that make me more charismatic so I can like get even better deals? All right, let's take Richard's note, and then I'll try and find it in the notes. God help me. Yeah, no, I was just like, we were talking about how stressful it was to like go through a door when someone else was around, because if you hold open a door, people will get like real fucking mad. Was it data? No. Work. Jesus Christ. Inventory. They put it into miscellaneous. Okay. When you get more notes, copies the new server for you, and you can just get maybe some.
Oof.
Why? What's going on with this guy? Why is he selling the newspapers? Yeah, anyway, I remembered something that was kind of funny, is like what people would do sometimes is slam. If you open the door, they would take the door like from you, behind you, by slapping their palm against it really hard, like to the point of like, you know, almost like breaking the glass, just smacking it super hard, like very like aggressive behind you. And then like equally feminists would hold the door open from like honestly over 100 feet away and glare at you, like unwaveringly glaring at you while waiting for you to walk an incredible distance to go through the door. Some people would if you did the thing where you hold open the door and you wait. Some girls would refuse to go through the door, and gay guys. You never knew. Like.
Yeah. It's stupid.
Oh Jesus!
Uh-oh. Ooh. That hurt.
Grab one of these real
Just
quick.
triggered a feminist.
You goddamn fire sport. I need some goddamn fire sport. Roasted. Okay, so safety.
Think you could land a Q&A with Eric July, Dude is Everywhere? You'd be surprised. When he was first starting out, I contacted whatever email he had on his YouTube page, and he never got back to me. Maybe because I was too small. I don't really remember. Maybe he just thought I was a freak.
Oh fuck! Took some random drugs. The mouse wheel moved. Oh, were they all up there? I thought I was rushing into a room full of... Oh, maybe I am. Oh no! No! Don't make me go in! This was a mistake.
Oh, your jet wore off. Matthew says, weirdly enough, my area has had a lot of people holding open the door for everyone, and I don't really see the glaring. It's probably mostly woke people around, too.
Maybe it's just, like, out of the public consciousness.
Yeah, maybe,
Like,
maybe
it
they're
stopped-
just so used to it now that
Could-
they just can't be mad every single time.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if you stop writing articles and you stop, like, reminding people to be upset about stuff, they're just gonna fall back into what is normal. Like, what is just normal for other humans to, like think, and that's, like, being considerate is good. So, like, if you stop constantly reinforcing, like, thoughts that are completely illogical,
Then your brain just reverts back to normal thinking.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's why they need so much control on like the media and movies and shit. To keep on reinforcing that as the normal.
Yeah. Okay, fuck this place. Get out of here. Okay, this is the bridge. Hopefully less landmines on this one. Ugh, gonna get radiated in the water. Eeh. No. Let me out. Okay. Yeah. Oh, is this the... Oh, it is. There's a trap in that tube that's like a rocket launcher. Kinda wanna just kill these guys. That's a turret that can't turn around. Oh. No chance, pal. Oh god. Get pistol whip this thing. Yeah. bolt-action pipe pistol.
Excellent.
The ultimate in saving ammo. Alright. Now it's time for a new... Yeah, I mean... Assumedly I could get there. How much jet do I have left? Do I need to stop off and make more? I got 7. Next fight is probably going to be a turnaround. Unless... Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a trap back here that's kind of unique.
Why don't you put on your light?
Certainly can. There's a trap. Yeah, this one. It has a missile launcher that's just like...
Oh, nice.
So if you happen to climb into that tube, it blows you up. I don't know.
That's a little bit funny.
Yeah. You'd think that they would just use the missile launcher?
Yeah, it's such a waste of a missile launcher to use it as like a trap for that specific tube. Unless it was guarding something very specific. But what else are you guarding besides the missile launcher itself?
Yeah. Fallout is just kind of full of like little funny random things like that.
Right, right.
Yeah, having played Fallout 2, I kind of think Fallout 3 is a more authentic Fallout than Fallout.
Fallout 3 was fantastic.
Yeah, even though Fallout 3 came later, it feels more like it's taking the IP seriously.
Right.
It's very bizarre. I understand, but like, what are you? Oh, you're security. Okay, take one of these. All right, we're doing it. Oh my god, they fucked me up at the
Going
one.
over the top.
One bullet was enough. Okay, we're gonna just eat a mole rat chunk.
Well, everyone knows when you're like super buff, your bullets just do more.
Yeah. Muscular people shoot better.
Yeah.
So in the army, they make snipers do curls between shots.
It's true.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Ah!
Broke my arm. The backhand. Alright. Bolt action. Not the most effective. By 544 rounds. Where's my stim packs? Oh, my stim packs are on 0? Oh, that's very helpful. Thank you, stim packs. Being on the most inconvenient to press. Like, what keyboard is that? The first number, not the last. Take a stim pack on 2, and then...
Eric says there are some people who would crucify you for saying that about Fallout 2. Not me, though. I don't care about the old Fallout games. Yeah. I mean, Fallout 3 basically, like, set the standard for a lot of future Fallout games.
Oh, boy. Yeah. I've talked to people that have not played Fallout 2 that have held Fallout 2 in extremely high regard. And I think they were big dumb communists. Actually, I know they were big dumb communists. Unrelated to their opinions.
Liberty Prime on them.
Oh, dude, I was talking about Liberty Prime, and I was with someone else, and I was like laughing about how funny it was. Just that scene and how like ridiculous it was. And he was getting red in the face, super fucking mad, and he was like raging about, they don't even understand the point of Fallout. I was like, the point? Sorry, I thought it was a game that you have fun in. The point, as in like everything has to be designed to push your agenda.
Yeah,
kinda,
that's what they believe.
It's like everything is political. Literally, like, I mean, to some extent, that's a little bit true, but and like I am enjoying a mod that has like shifted the politics of the game. So like to be fair, I get it. It's just like they have a really positive opinion of a game that they've never played because they read some like kind of like, I don't know, Reddit article about how it was so progressive and like good, but they haven't actually taken the time to play it. And it's like, I don't know, like it kind of invalidates your opinion on whether or not a game is good if you've never played it. To some extent, there's like certain aspects of a game that are like, well, you know it's gonna be trash if that's in it. It's like, oh yeah, there's microtransactions to reload. It's like, okay, well, it's a fucking terrible game. But he would say stuff like it had better atmosphere, and it's like, what do you mean it had better atmosphere? Have you been in its sphere? He also said that Godzilla... What was the Godzilla where they made the Godzilla look super fucking weird? They said that was more...
Like Shin Godzilla?
Yeah, Shin Godzilla, he said it was more like the original Godzillas. Like, the appearance was more like the original Godzillas. Like, how could that be if I have seen the first Godzilla movie and it did not look like that? Like, how? It's like, more like the original in that it was the first iteration of that appearance?
I got orders not to let you in, Miss Piper. I'm sorry. I'm just doing my job.
Ooh, just doing your job. Protecting Diamond City is keeping me out, is that it? Oh, look, it's the security reporter.
I'm sorry, but Mayor McDonough's really steamed, Piper. Saying that article you wrote was all lies. The whole city's in a tizzy.
You won't let me speak right now, Dennis. I live here. You can't just lock me out.
Hi there.
You want into the city, right?
What? Who are you?
Oh god. Oh no. Okay.
What's that? You said you're a trader up in Quincy? You have enough supplies to keep the general store stocked for a whole month? You hear that, Danny? You gonna open the gate and let us in, or are you gonna be the one talking to crazy Myrna about losing out on all the supply?
Jeez, all right. Take it personal. Give me a minute.
Man, it's been a while since I've done a playthrough of Fallout 4. It's very fun. I love the vibes of Fallout. Also, Fallout 2 is good. It's just like... people talk it up quite a bit.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Great day in Diamond City.
What's it called? The Bozar? That's a satisfying turn, is when you fire off the Bozar. The game design makes a little bit like no sense. So the agility stat, right? Since the game is entirely turn-based, the agility stat increasing your action points literally just means you get more turns. So it's like, why on earth would you ever play a character that didn't have maxed out agility unless you were trying to challenge yourself? What do you think? Do I support the newspapers?
What do you think, chat?
Well, she's the only romance option in this entire game now. Unless I want to... I can't even be gay, can I?
Do you like her? Is she fine?
She's like the best... I would say she's the best romance option there's been in a game in a long time. Maybe you could just go ahead and say she's the best, because
She doesn't demasculate you or anything.
No, not really.
That's good.
Kate's side quest is like, you have to take her to rehab. Like, they all have a quest you have to do. I don't remember what Piper's is, but Kate's is like, you need to take her to like a super rehab chair that like replaces her blood entirely. I don't know why that would help you detox though. It would just throw you into like a more intense withdrawal. Maybe I'm just misremembering what the machine did, but I thought that was what the thing purported to do. What newspaper?
What newspaper are you talking about?
Mine. Public occurrences. And we're the hard look at the truth. So you with us or not?
Yeah, sure. You're probably the only
Always believed that
female
you were
left in
right.
this game.
No, I didn't mean to bring you into this argument, good sir. No. You look like Diamond City material.
I've never done his side quest, or like the quest involved with him, but what she wrote in the newspaper that made him mad was that she asserted that he's a synth. And I think he is. I'm pretty sure.
This hasn't been the friendliest welcome.
Let's get you there, McDonough. Guess not everyone gets won over by that shark smile.
No. Was there anything particular you came to our city for? Not really your business.
Well, whatever you do, don't bother going to Diamond City Security for now.
I've had enough of this, Piper. From now on, consider you and that little sister of yours on notice.
Yeah, keep talking, McDonough. That's all you're good for.
Yeah, get him.
A big Diamond City welcome from Mayor.
Get him good.
Look, I gotta go get settled in, but stop by my office later. I have an idea for an article you'd be perfect for.
Okay. Going to Diamond City. Time to buy plastic for my drugs.
I'm on my way to Diamond City. I was singing the song.
What is it? What is the real song, though?
I'm on my way to Rivet City from Pokemon.
It's not Rivet City. Rivet City's from Fallout 3.
No. Well, now
Is
I
it-
have to look it up because now you're confusing me. I'm pretty sure it was Rivet City.
It's not Rivet City. Rivet City's from Fallout. Viridian City?
No.
Annie, what is one of those things? It's that secretary.
Pokemon. It's gotta be something that sounds similar. So, on my way? Is that what it is?
Just check chat. They've probably already figured it out.
Eh.
Chat has the power of 100 neats stuffed into storage containers. They're probably like 1,000. Like
Maybe
even
it's not from Pokemon. Maybe I didn't even get that right.
On my way to city song.
My way to the city.
I've got a few minutes.
It sounded so for kids, though. Viridian City?
Viridian City.
Viridian City. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense why I thought it sounded like Rivet.
Yeah, I thought it was Viridian City.
Yeah, it's on the road to Viridian City. Okay.
Ooh, missile launcher sells for 157. Nice. Nice. Oh wait, an extra 10 mil. I had to name my guns. Athletic outfit. Exciting. Yeah, I'll sell the guard armor. Laundered loungewear. No, I'm gonna keep my laundered loungewear. I figure with all the slow-mo, I don't need armor. Well, not that I don't need armor, but I should at least challenge myself to not use armor. Now... If I start building water purifiers someplace. A very, very big base would be really good for farming water, right? Sanctuary, I suppose, fits that bill. But again, I don't really like working with Sanctuary. I think for now I'm making plenty of money, but maybe. Yeah, let me
Let's see what you got.
buy his bags of fertilizer.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it even? That's so expensive for bags of fertilizer. That's 2 jet for like 50. I could literally buy jet for cheaper than that. Assuming it was at the right time of day. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh no, did I buy a shipment of fertilizer? I think I did. Yeah, so let me just go back, claim my shipment, build my drugs.
The best defense is to not get hit.
Yes, to dodge like Neo. Put this in the fridge and get some lag.
I'm pretty zonked. Make me less zonked.
That's why God made caffeine.
I was detoxing today.
What a good kid.
Oh.
Detoxing from caffeine.
I'm never gonna detox again. I miss my chocolate coffee.
It's kind of a trash anniversary gift. I just think I should get you some kind of like jewelry or something.
I don't wear jewelry anyways.
You know, that those dice selling people, they had labradorite dice, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. You know, I told them the whole like thing.
Right.
Well, I guess, yeah. So one of the first gifts that I got Trisha, I just wanted to get like a unique sort of stone, sort of like mineral, like crystal thing. So I settled on labradorite, which has like small parts of labradorite look very, very pretty, and then the majority of it looks kind of like dull and like bleak or whatever. So I got a very small pendant that was a very pretty cut. But then I kind of sort of enjoyed the larger pieces of labradorite I've handled and whatever, because when you turn them a certain way, there's little tiny flashes of blue and like very bright green. Like there's very like pretty stuff within them typically, but the whole of it is like not super striking. So when I was writing Slayer in the Wide Valley, I decided I would have the love interest's eyes be described as labradorite for that reason, because like he can sort of, there's this sort of enchanting thing that makes you look more deeply about her, and he sees these little like flashes and etc. And then I saw they had labradorite dice, and I was like, oh, that's nice. But we don't really like play D&D that much, or at
Not
all.
as much as we should.
Yeah, we should definitely do some D&D, and I guess I could go from here to the satellite station, and then get the locket back so I can unlock Abernathy. Not that I need to unlock Abernathy Farm. I should start my water sailing, right? Like, I mean, like, fiscally, that is the most responsible move. But I still don't know where I would want to set up my water farming base. I mean, I don't want to do Sanctuary. Maybe I'll do another Starlight Drive-In. Maybe I'll water farm and Starlight Drive-In. Yeah. Yeah, why not? I mean, well, I guess it's not the biggest base, is it? Like, it's not the biggest land mass. The island, I suppose. Where's the island? This island out here is the biggest, because the whole island is one base. And you can have water purifiers across the whole border of it. Yeah, you know what? Why don't I just make that island into like a super base? Well, I guess the answer to that is because I never need that much water. Oh, you know, maybe I can make a base in like the Far Harbor or something like that. Oh, you know, maybe I could do some of the DLC storylines because I've never completed like Nuka World or whatever. I don't know. What do I do? I mean, I've never completed Nuka World. I've never completed Far Harbor. Yeah, I mean, I suppose the world is my oyster.
I suppose so.
What do you think? Should I play through like the main story? Should I go to one of the DLCs? The DLCs are quite hard. So Nuka World is a combination of Disney World and Hershey Park.
Right.
Themed after Nuka-Cola. And then Far Harbor is Maine. And there's like mutant crabs and nuclear bomb worshipping.
Didn't they make like their version of Walt Disney a bad guy or something?
Yes.
That's so mean.
He's not exactly a bad guy, but yeah, kind of. He's the most true neutral character. Like, he's only out for his own interests, and his own interests are relatively favorable to like people. People tend to kill him for like absolutely no fucking reason though. But yeah, he's just like a true capitalist. Because he has so much money, Las Vegas never gets hit by nuclear bombs, but just the fallout from all the other places just kind of irradiate it and cause problems.
Yeah, I'd say play through the main story and maybe we can do a DLC later.
Okay. So...
Oh, by the way, for those of you watching, I announced the next comic project
You
that
did?
I've been working on. Yeah.
Woo.
I said that I would be announcing it like on the 13th, and I figured, yeah, I might as well just stay up and post it immediately when it turns to 12. So I made my posts. So go check that out if you want to see what that next project is. I'm hoping it'll be a good one.
Okay, so I have to ask around about Sean, I guess. I guess I'll go to Piper's office. No, you know what? I'm gonna do, what's the quest for... Yeah. Is 15 jet enough? No. Let me pick up the stuff here that I... Yeah, all this stuff can be sold. It's not super necessary. Just leave all the mods in there. And then, let me, like, favorite the stuff I don't want to sell. Maybe that'll make it harder to sell it. Yeah, stick that over there.
Mr. House is based just like Walt. That's what Adam says. Or the other Adam. Matthew Atkinson says, I think the VA did a fantastic job for Mr. House. I only realized he was in DS9 after the fact, which made me appreciate him more.
DS9?
I don't know.
I'll do the Surface with 15 and then I'll go buy more. Oh, no. You know, I'll buy more now. Get some fertilizer. She gives you a discount after you get the locket back, so. Makes sense to do that, especially if you're going to be supplying yourself with meth.
Deep Space Nine. That's what it was.
Deep Space Nine.
Oh, Joseph Choi said, just checked out the Reaper Post Sweet cover. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I think it is a sweet cover too. Trisha spent a lot of time perfecting it.
I spent as much time as I could. Got some feedback and tried to use it accordingly to make the cover look nice.
I guess I should hang on to some of these Molotovs. Okay.
Eric says, I liked Mr. House as a character, but I never trusted him. He came across as such a ruthless megalomaniac that I felt very uncomfortable giving him the power he sought. I guess that's the point, though, right?
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, he's probably the best option. Because, like, the NCR and Caesar's Legion don't really seem like they're super trustworthy. I don't know, the whole Fallout New Vegas, I felt like it just didn't have a very apocalyptic wasteland feeling to it. Like, everything was sort of rebuilt, and they had, like, very out-of-place textures for, like, super green plants that were totally healthy. There's, like, not that I don't want to see happy stuff anywhere, but it didn't feel like a apocalypse. And, like, I feel like there's some very cozy stuff you find in Fallout where it's just, like, people living in a spot that you don't normally expect, and then you just kind of get into this sort of thinking of, like, oh, what if that was my bedroom where I lived in, like, I don't know, a ticket toll booth or something. Something just kind of neat and quirky or whatever. So there's, like, pleasant stuff in the Fallout universe, I think, but no, I felt like New Vegas was just, like, I don't know, it was just, like, weird tonally. They also have...
Gonna give a hot take on New Vegas?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always talking about it. New Vegas, they also added, like, there was so much... There's such a disproportionate mention of rape in New Vegas as compared to, like, any other Fallout game. They made it so intrinsic to, like, the setting.
Wasn't, like, one of the older Fallout games,
oh, you
guy
can get
becomes
raped, yeah.
his gimp?
Oh, yeah. So
For losing an arm wrestling match or something?
I've heard it argued that the original Fallout games are, like, leftist masterpieces or whatever. But if that's the case, you get fist fucked by a super mutant.
Yeah.
And then if you try to kill your rapist, you're a criminal, and everyone hates you as a bigot. And I was like, if that's
that's more so of an argument against leftism, I would say.
Yeah. So there's if you want to get the unique power fist, there's, like, a weird calculation that's done that, like, isn't... It's not totally... How did you burst out of the ground on a catwalk, you piece of shit? It's not totally, like, predictable whether or not you'll win or not. It has to do with all these different stats and whatever. And if you lose, he rapes you. And it's like, I feel like that's a bit of a weird consequence to throw into a video game.
It's a bit extreme for losing.
If you choose the wrong dialogue options in a few places, you can be raped, and it's like, okay. I don't know. It strikes me as extremely bizarre, and I think it is that's like in the game. And then, I don't know, to hold that up as, like, this kind of masterpiece of, like, leftist ideology.
I think it genuinely does, like, show you, because, like, the whole plot is that this classic deco-punk America has fallen, and this is the result, is that everything's fucked now, which is why you need to revert to how the world once was.
It's not, yeah, I mean, it's not even that, the deco-punk style is much more consistent in Fallout 3 than it was in Fallout 2.
Fair.
you would be surprised to hear. There's like some stuff in Fallout 2 that is like kind of different in theme. It feels more 80s.
Yeah, I remember
Like
you
it's-
pointing them out.
Yeah, and like there's the one guy. There's one guy that's named after that short gay piano guy. He's wears earrings or one earring or something. God, what is his name? The Rocket Man. He's called the Rocket Man or whatever, but is his like nickname. And then
The real Riley. Where's my brother? I swear I'm not a synth. Don't shoot, for God's sakes, for family.
see if he's a synth.
Is he a synth?
Oh my god, he's so much health.
That's some synth help right there.
It is some fucking synth health right there. Yeah, like if you're dumb, if you play as a low intelligence female character, you can be raped by one of the followers you can recruit. It's kind of a bizarre. I literally don't have another option. I have to use I don't have enough ammo.
Madame Bartolone says, at least it's not the absurd levels of cozy you see in Death Stranding's post-apocalypse.
I'm not a synth. Don't shoot, for God's sakes, for
Matthew
family.
Atkinson says, I don't understand that logic, as pretty much the only way things function is through trade, even after the apocalypse. Bara Honeydew says, no, it's realistic. Ever have them misspell your name at Starbucks? Exactly.
What? I like literally just can't kill the guy. Oh, you know what I could do? I could be a little cheesy.
I
But
heard simp for some reason. I heard that too, honestly. Even though I know it's supposed to be simp.
ah,
I've got simps on the brain with all this talk about sexual violence.
I'm not a synth. Don't shoot, for God's sakes,
I'm
for
not a
family.
simp. Then what was Bill Daphne doing on your phone?
and what was what?
The Bill Daphne girl who has like
Oh,
pink
oh,
hair.
got it. I don't remember. Is this guy a synth?
Don't shoot, for God's sakes.
I guess you'll find out once you actually succeed in killing him.
I just killed him, but I didn't like check his whole inventory. I don't remember if he is or not.
Put the gun down.
Yeah,
He's a
you gotta
synth. He'll
check.
kill us all. Kyle, no!
Okay, show's over. There are no synths in Diamond City, hear me? Just you folks and your damn paranoia.
This sounds like something a synth would say.
Yeah, well.
Takahashi. Standing around. Go back to your own damn business.
Yep.
Yeah, Eric says, I think by attacking him, you're aggroing the Diamond City security.
Oh yeah, that's what's
which is a
happening.
huge pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what? I'm helping.
Where is the brother? Oh.
Now he's just gonna stare at the body. You are a fucking synth.
Nope.
Ah, man, you were so close. He's a simp, he'll kill us. Psh, he wishes.
I just realized I can just use Psycho, right? Give me that.
Whoa.
I just took some Psycho. What's your problem?
Is that what noise it makes?
Oh my god, he just killed me.
Do you take Psycho?
Yeah, you scream.
That's awesome. I actually really love that. It really pumps you up.
I need you to step away.
I need you to step away.
Don't you dare. Oh my fucking god. Can I just, like... I guess not. Wait, did I click on? Oh, no. Yeah, it won't let me transfer his fucking inventory. Okay. Yeah. Disable that. So no, he's not a synth. I feel like I've killed him one time and he was a synth. Maybe it changes every new game or something. It's like random. That would be interesting, I'd say.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Alright, let's see. Anti-globe. Let me see. Do you have shipments of... not the most cost effective, but that's okay. I guess that's fine. I think probably I should start figuring out more sustainable finances so I can fund my crippling jet addiction. Also, I'm like running out of ammo too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to start up my water farm after I clear out this place. We'll have to decide where our water farm is gonna be, folks. I think we could do Sanctuary. We could do Sanctuary. We could also do Sanctuary. I kind of want to mess around with like the flat ground ones. Maybe Starlight Drive-In? Sanctuary already has people in it that could protect my water. I could just have a completely abandoned, like unprotected water farm over here. Don't want to do the red rocket truck stop, I don't think. Let's... Or I could just set up on the island, like get to the... Well, no, I don't have the resources to get to the island. I have to start up a smaller water farm at least. Sanctuary or Starlight Drive-In to decide. If you guys have any input, I will weight your opinions above my own. You know what? I think grab toughness too, because I am getting fucked up pretty quick. It's like not a terrible choice, right? If I'm not gonna wear armor, I might as well.
Yeah.
And scrap for uncommon ingredients. Interesting, interesting. Oh, you know, if I got a laser pistol, that would be kind of nice. That would be another source of ammo and blindness. You know, I could get a classic laser rifle too. I wouldn't mind using multiple different weapons. I think I just want to do a semi-auto build. Yeah. So I'll grab myself a laser rifle, like a standard, like traditional looking laser rifle. What's my inventory? I pick up a ton of stuff in here. I'll loot the last of this later.
You have been detected.
Got him.
Brutality.
Stop bleeding. Reload. Ah, Akak used to be a female raider. Oh, you guys want to see something neat? I don't know if you guys know about this. Oh, fuck. Well.
Well, that didn't work out. Good thing you saved.
Does he have it in his hands now? He doesn't. Let me like try to do this. You might not know about this. Let's see. So, when you are in third person, I guess. When you're in third person and you are melee attacking, you will do... Okay, so I think the problem is that he's on different terrain. So I'll just kill him. But when you are in the middle of a melee attack in this game, and you press another melee while you're in the melee attack, so basically just spam melee, you will perform a secondary, and you're next to an enemy, right? It won't happen here. You will perform a secondary attack, like an animation for a takedown. Like your character will throw the opponent on the floor. There's several of them, and it's a system that was never completed. Assumedly, there was going to be some kind of strength check versus their strength or whatever. It's random which one you get. Some of them you shove them. Some of them, you saw some of them there. Some of them you like kick their foot and then they fall on the ground. Like you do a sweep kick. One of them is you reach down, grab their ankle, and then yank up and they just fall on their back. That one's probably the coolest.
Yeah.
There's, I think, one of them where you grab them and like slam them.
It is a neat little surprise.
Yeah. And it's like just an unfinished system they left in as a little like surprise. But it only functions in third person. So if you play in first person, like I think most sane individuals do, trying to fucking aim like this, you know, I played a campaign entirely in third person with a machine gun, using a jet build like this, challenging myself to have that horrible perspective and use like explosive rounds and stuff.
Power Seer says, imagine a guy kills you with a headshot and undresses you mid-fall. That is pretty funny.
That's some grade A junkie murder. Already getting ready to sell your stuff for drugs. I remember seeing someone post on, like, I don't know, what was it, Facebook or something? Some god-awful social media. Someone I knew was, like, they made their character with, like, junkie weapons, and they were like, oh, this is what I would want to be in real life. And it's like, why? You get more damage for more addictions to things? It's like... And I didn't realize how fun it was to play a jet build. But it is. This is one of my favorite builds. Another one I really like is rifles. So some kind of very low AP cost rifle. I started with a pipe gun, but then I realized that the standard combat rifle that does a very respectable amount of damage costs very little AP to use. So it's probably a even better choice, despite it having kind of an unbalanced amount of damage. And then you have a...
Security's too good.
What?
Security is too good. Heh.
So can I get the password in that like extended area? Ooh, plastic plate, very important. I have to melt that into an inhaler to huff coke.
Got it.
My God. Such speed, there was like a huge delay before it actually exploded.
For a small rat roach, that is a fucking huge bug.
Yeah. I always thought it was such a waste for using bullets to kill the bugs. Because, like, in actuality, I could probably just jump on it.
Yes.
I mean, they are big, but, you know. They're about as big as what? Like a cat? You can kill a cat by jumping on it.
What about this one?
You can kill anything by jumping on it if you're fat enough. Or if you're Mario.
True facts. Who said that?
Me.
Oh.
It's just me.
You said
just
it like
laughing at my own
you
joke.
said it like you were reading.
Yeah. You look like the most hygienic junkie I've ever seen with your Texan hat.
I have a clean suit too. Look at
Yeah.
this. It's so nice. Let me get in the light so you can see how handsome I am. Is that blood all over my face? Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
Salem LeBlanc asks, given the past few Bethesda games, what are your expectations for Starfield?
I'm expecting to not enjoy it even after pirating it.
Oh, damn. So low expectations.
Kinda.
I think it could be fun.
Every time, you know, I don't know. I'm so like this game. You could see certain people working on it, writing certain quests and certain things. You could kind of see they're sort of like, you know, just that like errant waft of cuckiness, especially like I don't know, but
fair.
But overall, it's not too bad. After this game came out, there was the Me Too thing where... Are they playing dramatic music because I opened a staff room?
Oh, no.
A lot of good loot in here, I admit, but I don't know if this is like a bomb.
Yeah, you just like open up the safe and then a huge super mutant comes out like clowns getting in a clown car.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if opening this room is the equivalent of like the James Bond moment with the James Bond games. Like, you got so much loot. Crackhead loot. Anyway, the Me Too thing came out, and then someone Me Too'd Jeremy Soule, but never said what he did. And then Bethesda was like, we had an internal investigation and we'll no longer be working with him. And it's like,
what did he do?
What did he do? Like, it matters. If he's like, women can't drive, I want Jeremy Soule music in the next Elder Scrolls.
Yeah. I mean, really, if you're gonna make it public like that, then I think at the very least we deserve to know the reason.
Yes.
And if you wanted it to be private, you should have kept it private to begin with.
But by the way, there were an insane amount of like actual rapists in the like Melee community or like Smash in general. And the most insane part was like they had these like real criminal allegations, and then they just like confirmed them on Twitter. Said like, yes, I did this. I'm sorry. And it's like, You?
Or are they autistic or something?
I don't know.
Probably, yeah. Lots of No Man's Sky vibes from the trailers. Yeah, I was getting that vibe too.
Yeah,
And I think there is such a thing as, like, too much.
too much open space.
Yeah. Too much and not enough to do is a
If-
bad combination.
If you have really good companions, you can have as much too much as you want. If you have really interesting companions, they'll travel around with you. This game was like heralded in all these articles as being the first polyamory game, and it's like I think they just didn't really they just didn't they just didn't design. They're just missing stuff. Like they're just missing people having dialogue options for like being mad that you're cheating on them or whatever. But if you flirt with other people while you already have a love interest or whatever, they do get angry. Like they do lose relation with
Wanted
you.
to trade a few things.
Oh, that's right. I can like choose what they equip and stuff now because I own
silly.
them.
Salem says, "We investigated the situation. What did you find? Don't worry about it."
What do we find? Literally nothing, but
But we don't want to look bad, so...
oh, 10 mil. Hell yeah. Pull out my mill. Gotta go find this lady so I can sell her stuff. By the way, I'm just cool walking over. Don't worry about my hoarding.
Jamie Rose says there's no real romance in this game.
What about Piper? I heard something really funny. Someone was talking about how girls get more jealous than guys or something like that. And someone was saying that if they play Fallout 4 and they have Piper as their companion, their girlfriend was like, I guess I'll just leave the room and leave you two alone.
Aww.
Which is kind of cute in a way, but that's a little retarded.
Funny, yeah.
Piper's done pretty well, I would say. I think she's right to leave the room. Who can compete? What are the romance options?
I'd like
It's
to trade some items.
Dance, McCready. You can be gay with a fuckload of people, can't you? Because you can. There's Preston Garvey. I've never recruited him, but Hancock. I should recruit Hancock. I should do his quest because I'm most curious about his quest of all the quests. I think that's the most interesting. But I'll naturally, if I do the main story, I'll naturally end up in his city, so I don't have to go look for it. Oh, I'm talking to the wrong person. Are you a Luger? What are you, a Nancy? Oh no, wrong person.
And Jamie asks, Piper, is there a reason to drag her around after you've gotten her unique buff?
Her unique buff is fucking garbage. It like gives you extra experience when you discover a place or something stupid.
I don't know, extra experience is fun.
McCready's buff was like every headshot from any range is 95% accurate, no matter how far away you are. They may have made some kind of coding mistake where instead of not like a 5% bonus, it was a 1,000,000% bonus. And then
you look very dark in this shot.
I think I still have blood on my face.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah. Yeah, because on the other side, I don't. Like, you can see the other part of my face is.
Hmm.
I should equip the Molotovs. That would add some dynamicness to my. Oh, did I? Bolt action.
Well, here's
pistol.
an interesting
Oh, no.
question from Salem. So, what would both of your personal picks for the next city in a Fallout game be?
Oh, dude, I've like thought about that so much.
I know, right? That's good. That's a good.
Oh,
question.
oh, for the next. Okay, I thought.
Next Fallout game city to take place. Yeah.
For sure, Denver. because in the Fallout universe, Denver is overrun by... Apparently Denver has a real problem with this in real life. I didn't know that. But they've had this problem since like the 70s or something, where they have a lot of wild dogs that are aggressive and like will bite people. So, and even have packs of wild dogs, which is a kind of a ridiculous thing to have in a first world country. So, Denver in the Fallout universe, all of the ground levels are consumed by... They're controlled. All the ground levels of all the buildings are controlled by mutants that have psychic powers that let them control animals. There's a specific term for them. Or pack masters. So they exist as raider groups in Fallout 1 and 2. And there'll be just one of them, and they have a gun or something, and then they'll have a bunch of animals, or like rad scorpions or something like that, that will be in their like raid group, right? So in Denver, they have gangs that are just entirely consistent of pack masters controlling packs of dogs. They breed lots of dogs. They have lots of dogs under the control, and that's the main thing you're expecting to encounter is gangs attacking you with packs of dogs. Due to this, they have a network of scaffolding, and most of the settlements are up in the skyscrapers with bridges between them, constructed in such a way that like grates and things where a dog's paw would go through, so you can't use the dogs on the higher levels or whatever. And so the city somehow functions like that. It would need a lot of fleshing out because, some mad lad would roll out a carpet and then your whole base would be taken out. But it's an interesting concept to do a game that has a ton of pack masters in it, because just as like a regular raider to encounter, it sounds really cool. It's like if you sneak up on them and you see the pack master, you just blast him, and then all the animals frenzy or something like that. I don't know. Or if it's so central to the game and you already have this follower system, maybe you start adding in psychic abilities into Fallout, and like you make your character some kind of psychic, or give them some pyrokinesis ability. Like, how different is it for you throwing a grenade versus just having the Molotov land? Like, if it's just as simple as like instead of pressing to throw a grenade and watching the lob, it just does the fire effect where you point without any kind of projectile. Is it so difficult to make your character a kind of bootleg mutant? Maybe not. Maybe that is a way that you can make your character total cost. Oh, I can't afford it. It's the other way.
Welcome to the chat, Quantum Weasel and Twisted Bishop coming in.
Hey.
Saying the art on the new project looked great. Really liking the concept and looking forward to the manga format. Thank you. Gonna give that a shot the best I can, although of course it's a lot of work to put in book by book.
You're gonna do great.
Hell yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can fix my face. Is that... no? It's still covered in blood?
And Jamie Rose says, put it in the Gulf states. I want to see a wasteland where radiation has caused the swamp has grown out of control.
Oh, in Florida, in Fallout Universe, there's supposed to be... Oh, yeah, this is just like... It looks like it's just like a graphical bug.
Yeah, it doesn't look right. Maybe rust?
Let's see.
I'd love to see Detroit and go with the Motor City aesthetic. It'd be cool to have a mechanic where you scrap together a Mad Max hot rod.
If they did vehicles, that would be so much development time, though. So then the game would just basically be some kind of Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts type of thing.
I'd be interested in something in Texas. Have a bunch of cowboy characters. Maybe like Houston or Arling.
Can you look up open race menu in Fallout 4?
Sure. Open menu Fallout 4. Erase menu console command. Didn't find it. Open console, type show, looks menu, player 1. Enter to body mode, confirm body, and exit.
Open looks menu dot player 1.
It says type show looks menu, player 1. Enter to body mode, confirm body, and exit.
Well, okay, let me see what it looks like because. Oh, okay, space player 1. Thank you. Like that. Okay. So, yeah, let's look at the face. Color. Okay.
Ah, boy. I guess that was too much.
Well, I guess we'll just live with that horrific tan for the stream. I'll look into it later.
No, I know, buddy. You just want to smack your head into my laptop. I know. Hey, back to normal.
There we go. Looks like
Just
I
a
fixed it.
very weird bug, I suppose. As to be expected when you're using mods.
I don't think this is in the random, like, what? How is that a race? Mauser pistol race?
You did vehicles in Fallout Tactics, but that game was very weird lore-wise.
Yeah.
Never even heard of that one.
I have. Fallout Tactics has some of the most interesting shit. Like, one of the main characters is like a super tall, like, ghoul who has like a Gatling gun. It has some of the best art too. It's like that epic picture of like the guy, the super jacked guy protecting the girl with like a sledgehammer comes from that.
Oh, okay.
Not that those characters are in the game, but
Right.
but it was like,
It's just like showing you what you could be.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called? Like,
You're probably not going to revisit Texas anytime soon after the disaster that was Fallout Brotherhood of Steel.
did that game ever come out?
I don't know. I suppose it did. Or didn't.
Vintage pistol. So,
Did they just claim that everyone was a Nazi? Quantum Weasel screams, Gurky! Yeah, I guess you hear him in the background, huh? He's bumming for pets. Literally laying his head on top of my hand so that I'll keep petting him. And like forcibly keeping it down so I can't pull away. He is quite cute. And devious.
okay, so the
You
vintage
devious
pistol is
little
called.
pupper. Yeah.
Is it add item? I don't think there's a way of actually crafting this. Sometimes people just add guns that you just have to console command in. And I've killed so many people. I feel like... Long vintage pistol. Okay, let's see. Got some Han Solo shit going on? Okay, yeah, we do have some actual Han Solo shit. We have that weird side scope.
Nice.
Yeah, let me first take all of your stuff.
Yeah, you were.
What do we have in here? Okay, so I can just take all. And I can still move.
Oh, Gurg, I know I'm taking up all your space on the couch. I'm an evil. No, there's no room. There's no room for you, buddy.
No.
I have to lay on the floor. I'm sorry. It's like, but there should be room. Barf.
Fix, master, fix.
You're a barf. Are you a barf? Alright, Mr. Barf. How about I move this box?
Oh man, this is looking so Han Solo. Alright. Comfort grip? Sure. Sharpshooter grip.
Oh, what, you want to get up here? You want to get up
Short
on this
barrel.
side specifically?
Standard barrel. I think the short barrel looks kind of nice. Standard barrel's a little long.
You little barf. Oh, you're making me click random buttons on my laptop. Yes, you are.
Okay, he's just like smashing his head into Trisha. It's like, pet it. Pet it.
Pet me.
Okay, what? What's
You
the,
are such a little cuddle monster.
oh, gold finish. Standard looks... Wait, maybe I like this more.
It was on PS2 and Xbox only, I believe, and yeah, it was horribly received, but believe it or not, I have seen some people say they like it. I wonder what was the problem with it?
Oh, this is a replacement for the 10mm, huh? Interesting. I am getting a little bit sick of the 10mm. Maybe I will switch. Hardened receiver. Alright, I guess hardened receiver is a shit ton more damage. Cool. I wouldn't mind grabbing a rifle, especially if I get a laser rifle. But, okay. So,
Getting yourself all comfy and cute.
this looks cool. This is it's such a goon gun, but I like it. Isn't a Mauser feels like such a goon gun, but it's like kind of cool in a way. Like it feels like it would be like a shitty gun. Like maybe you know what? Maybe my association with that is because that's what the Chinese pistol is, and the Chinese pistol is bad in Fallout. Fallout 3 anyway. Where do I make my water farm? You know what? I'm gonna try and do more. I normally try to avoid Sanctuary like the plague if Preston Garvey is there, because I just all those characters. Mama Murphy, goddamn, Mama Murphy's annoying, and all the Longs used to be really annoying, but they've changed these characters, so I only have to deal with Mama Murphy. I'm gonna make my base in Sanctuary, and I'll later download the mod to. Just oh my god, what a pup over here. He's just like all sprawled out, his head in Trisha's lap, like, please pet.
This is heaven for him.
Yeah.
It's like, finally some good service. Again, though, there are people who unironically like 4-kid censorship. I mean, have you seen Yu-Gi-Oh, though? That's some good shit right there.
I'll, like, post that on my Instagram later if anyone wants to see how cute Gergie is right now. Alright. Alright, Preston.
Hi. Hey, good to see you again. I was hoping you'd show up. I should have listened to Mama Murphy all along. Pretty nice place she's found for us. I think we could settle down here. Make it a place to call home. What do you think?
Salem says, how long have we been playing and we haven't heard about a settlement needing our help?
Before what war? Are you saying...
What do you think I'm saying?
Honestly, I'm not sure. But if I had to guess, I would say that you were from before the war. Great War. Like one of those old duels that you sometimes run into. But that's not possible, so... I don't know.
Or is it?
Yeah, sort of. I was born over 200 years ago, but I was frozen or something for most of it. Just woke up a little while ago.
Wait, are you serious? That's incredible. That means you know what it was like before the war. You say you were frozen. Anybody else make it out with you?
My son. Somebody took him away while I was still trapped. I'm looking for him.
I'm sorry. I hope you find them. Let me know if there's any way I can help. Are you ready to help out?
Excuse me?
And I hope you don't mind, but I got another
I was just talking about my poor son.
Yeah, it's like, my son is missing. I don't even know if he's alive. Yeah, can I get $1?
God, ketchup boy. Okay. If I just had lots of concrete, steel... Could I produce an endless amount of water if I just had concrete and... What if I made a tower of water? What if I made a water tower? Wait a second. Can only be placed in dirt? Bigotry. Hold on. I'm pretty sure there's a way around this. Yeah. If I use up my precious fertilizer, I'm pretty sure I can... Who updates this game to change that? Right. I only get 2 wood back? Oh, God. Alright. So... So, I need screws, copper... Could make one of these now. Wait, is this like the same general reason? It is. Yeah, so this is such a waste. It makes way more sense to do one of these. Okay. So... Excuse me. Okay. So if I get a...
I do gotta say, we've been streaming for like about 3 hours, and
Okay.
I'm kind of feeling ready for bed myself.
Okay. That's fair enough. Yeah.
Look at this buddy.
What?
He's so cuddly.
What an absolute bore. I haven't committed great sins this stream, so I don't suppose I need to tell a happy story. But I should anyway, I suppose. I was just thinking, it's like very nice, just like a kind of general thought. Can I just take all? Can't too much and can't run. By how much? Let's see. Bag of cement sounds heavy.
You really need a good bath and a haircut, Gerg. So matted.
Oh yeah. Yeah, concrete is heavy. So I was just thinking, like, generally, it's nice to have friends to hang out with that are more, like, sort of
Not crazy?
yes, kind of like positive. You know?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Like... I'm just thinking...
Hang out with people who don't think that it's productive to make you feel bad about life.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, yeah, it's just, like, like I was hanging out without Trisha, I was hanging out with, friends that we used to know, and I was talking about how I wanted to get into better shape and whatever, and I did. Like, after this was when I was like going through finals and stuff, and I was putting on a lot of weight from all the stress. I did lose a lot of weight. I lost like, I don't know, like 50 pounds or 60 pounds or something, and then some of it came back just because like when you're doing keto, it's hard to hold on to water, so you end up sort of just not having a lot of water weight, and then a good bit of that came just like in water weight, and then kind of where I settled out to, I'm not like satisfied with, so I want to lose more. But anyway, I was talking about this with friends, and I was like, you know, I have a girlfriend now. I really want to like get into like really good shape and whatever. And then these two friends, it's a couple, and they were like, why? Like the girl was like more upset, and was like, well, because I have a girlfriend. He's like, yeah, it's like, you know, like, and I was like, you know, so like, because I was like, you know, like, I don't know what I said. I was like trying to like.
Hey, do you have a moment? I wanted to thank you for helping us out in Concord. Just wish we ran into you sooner.
Yeah, don't mention it.
You guys have been through hell, huh?
You have no idea. In these past few months, we've lost everything. My son, he's gone.
Yeah, hit the bag with the mace for hours. That's right. That's what we do.
Your son. What was his name?
Kyle. My son's name was Kyle.
That's awful. No parent should have to lose their child.
No, they shouldn't. But I just keep thinking, hey, maybe we should have left Quincy sooner.
Quincy is that's really cool though. They added lines to make her a character that you could actually care about. Normally she's this very nasty Asian lady who is just like mean about everything you do. Like that conversation, I think it happens, but she says like thanks or whatever, and then that's the only dialogue she has.
She goes full tsundere on you. Thanks or whatever.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah. Anyway, I was like something to the effect of like, well, you know, like got a girlfriend now, it'd be good to like be in shape for her, right? I said something like you know, so she has a shiny new toy to play with or whatever, something like that, and then they were the female friend was disgruntled. Yeah, she was upset at that, and she was like, "Oh, I can't scrap for screws. I have to like buy screws."
It's a very odd thing for her to say.
Yeah, she said I can't scrap for screws. That's what she said. She's like, she like got mad and like.
Sorry, dad jokes.
Yeah, she got like mad and like stormed off into the other room in a huff, and she was like, I'm not gonna say it. And I was like, I'm not gonna say what? Like, say it. What are you talking about? And she's like, she can buy better toys than you. And I was like,
Whoa.
what the fuck? I was telling John that story, and she's like, maybe not everyone's a coomer like you.
Damn.
But it's like some part of me like didn't notice how bad it was at school or in several other situations just because
You? I don't know you. Just keep your distance.
That hair does not look super great, I must say.
That's exactly what a synth would say. I don't know.
Human as the day I was born.
Well, you do look. Alright. You can
Sure.
yeah, she's supposed to be crazy. But yeah, it's like I think like some instinct in me, I'm kind of like it's kind of fun to like win arguments, and so you end up so I kind of like, oh, I guess I should get a cure-all addiction. Oh god, it's so expensive. So I think sometimes I end up in like not realizing how unhealthy like school was for me and stuff, just because I'm kind of like it's fun to be right, you know. And it's easy to be right around like people like that, and but it's oh god, shipment of copper is so fucking expensive.
I miss with your hair pretty much.
That pupper's over there. But yeah, it's it's not great to it's not actually good for you to be around like very negative people, I would say.
Oh, definitely not.
Especially like people who don't really want to see you be happy. Like they would say stuff. A clipboard should have a spring, right?
You would hope.
Oh, it does have a spring. Sorry, I'm just a big dum dum.
Otherwise, it'd be a pretty shitty clipboard.
Yeah. I guess it's kind of like a. It sounds like a stupid thought, but like there are plenty of people that have in the past been like ugh barf or whatever at like me and Trisha, and like
Yeah, because we're just like nice to each other.
yeah, I don't.
And people just get envious of that, I guess.
But I don't know. It's not like it's nothing. I don't really see. I don't really see the whole like.
It's too late at night.
Like I okay. Oh, sorry. I'm like getting ahead of myself. So one time they were giving advice to someone else about like their relationship, and then they were like, "What Adam and Trisha have is wonderful, but you shouldn't strive for that." And I was like, I was so confused. I was like, "What? What? Like, what's so strange about? What's so like unrealistic about our relationship?" And they're like, ugh, like roll their eyes or whatever. It's like,
I mean, it's real. It exists.
That does make it fairly realistic. I've heard people complain about a chick with big tits and say she's unrealistic, and it's like, the tits literally exist. Like it's literally realistic. Hi, buddy. What are you trying to do? You're so dumb. You're so stupid.
That was so goofy, Gurgi.
It's too bad we don't have the camera on. He was trying to like adjust.
He was trying to adjust
and he
his
couldn't get
position, but
purchase
he's just
with his-
sliding around the couch.
He
like
couldn't
a-
get purchase with his back paw, so he's just like sliding all over the place.
Just
Like,
did like a Scooby-Doo run.
yeah, just trying to like
Aw,
adjust
and then
his
he like
laying.
slapped his head right into my laptop. It's not good for my laptop, buddy.
His head is far harder than your laptop.
Yeah.
Oh, I could get another ranked
Aw.
gunslinger. Did I get the science? Yeah, I'll get another ranked gunslinger. That seems good, and I'll get rifle later. Oh, this is gonna be a pain. I have to get power to this thing. Okay.
Matthew Atkinson is like, do you exist though? Are you synths trying to gaslight us?
As much as I hate wind turbines, they are silent in this game. Oh my god, they use so much materials though.
Just let you lay down. Get nice and comfy.
I guess I'll
Clearly AI generated people. What, you're all done with cuddling now that I stood up? Is that how that goes, huh?
Our connectors.
Gurgi exists. Yeah, good point, Quantum Weasel. Gurgi does exist, so the world can't be that bad. It just can't.
But yeah, I don't know what they were even seeing, like that they were like, oh, this is unrealistic. Unrealistic standards for. I mean, it's not like I don't know. It's not even like we were like super.
Yeah, if
oochie
you're
goo
like,
or whatever.
if you're super miserable in your relationship, then clearly it's not working. You should be happy in your relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yes, that is very true. I just thinking about their situation. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah. It's just, you know. It plays into the idea of lowering your standards, which is an ongoing theme with the modern day. It's just lower your standards, stop expecting the best, always expect the worst.
Yeah.
And then you'll be happy with what you got. But it's like you could have better if you raised your standards.
Or, well, I think also part of it is you have to kind of like, you have to like kind of work on your, you have to put in work to be someone.
Well, don't just raise standards for the other person, raise standards for yourself too.
Oh, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah. Who was that?
Hey, Marcy, you hanging in there?
Oh, well, so every day I get up and tell myself, you just have to get through today.
You've been through a rough time, man. Worst. Just, let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Oh, okay. Hey, I know I haven't been pulling my weight around here. I'm really trying to do better.
Come on, there's nothing to apologize for. You worry about you, everything will take care of itself.
Okay, thanks, Sturgis. Thanks for checking in on me.
Of course. We look out for our own. Always.
Wow, they like added a lot of stuff to this.
Nice.
It was kind of interesting. Is there already somebody that signed the food? I don't know, maybe I'm just a big dum-dum. They made her such a more likable character. She was so, like, so shitty before.
That's why you need the mods.
Okay, I'm just gonna add these like clipping, like floating melons, and I'll figure it out later. I just need enough food that they stop being starving. I'll make pretty looking food later, but I need more melons. But yeah, I still that story is always kind of fascinating to me because I really don't know what they were even like referring to as being unrealistic. It's like literally just being like.
Yeah. Salem says, that's the problem with being an activist 24/7. You're always looking for problems.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's like, but you know that it's kind of hard to articulate, but that wasn't good. Sounds so stupid, but it was like
That was bad.
just seeing like the contrast from like dealing with that quite a bit to dealing with
Hey, Gabe D. Jen in the chat.
hey,
We got quite the hangout. I've never seen so many people on our stream at once. We got all the big names.
everyone's
The whole gang's here.
you guys all excited for Fallout 4?
All excited for Fallout 77.
These are 2 bits? Yeah. I'll do blue. I'll make roofs and things at some point, I'm sure. But, defense. You know what? Making defenses, that does make people happy, but... Okay, these are good. I can make these. Oh, they're so ugly though. Well, I'll make one by the front of the town. Anyway, yeah, like contrasting that with like dealing with like John and his girlfriend, it's very nice. Like they were saying that they were saying to each other, they were like, oh, like at least we know when we have kids, they'll have good friends to play with. Because they'll at least be raised right, and I was like, oh, that's so nice. It's like talking about us, right? And I was like, oh, that's that's it. It's a nice thing to it's a nice sentiment, you know. And I don't know, it was like a nice thing, you know, rather than like. You just wait, you'll be miserable after like a certain number of years, etc. It does sound a bit dumb that I'm like it's not really like a giant revelation or anything, but
Yeah. But
can I not assign him? How do I assign him? Does he not get... Yeah, assigned. Can I assign other people? Can I assign the dude?
can I assign their gender?
Ooh. Spice.
We got late night brain.
Yeah.
Thing here.
Yeah. But in any case, I don't know. It was just like a pleasant realization I came to. That was it's nice to have people who are like people in your life that are like, you know, relatively like positive about just like the concept of you doing well in life. just like generally. I guess like, well, not that they were like that like negative. I mean, but not like about everything, but it's just like you know, like part of life is like a part of our life is like having a happy relationship, and it's like, you know, if you can't like talk about being happy, it's not. It's a little toxic, you know, because you know, it's like I don't know, if you can't mention that you're happy, maybe you just subconsciously aren't as happy, I guess.
I don't know. Some people just don't want to say that because they don't want to like brag or anything. Or...
And I think that's kind of sort of my point, is that like it's a bad thing to talk about being happy, but it's okay to complain about stuff. But then it's like, if you only ever talk about what's not going well, it doesn't feel like a good idea kind of thing, you know? Like, it feels like it's kind of, you're being like a weight on people, sort of. Not that you necessarily. Why isn't she taking care of the rest of the food now that he's been assigned to defense? This is stupid. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's good to talk about stuff that makes you happy, and if like a portion of what makes you happy is like something that would upset people, I don't know, or like maybe those people are kind of just toxic. I don't know. Anyway, I guess my point is I feel much better about like my existence. And
Right. Jamie says, "Oh, I'm not happy, no question. If you're happy, though, that's fine. I hope you get happy, Jamie.
Yeah.
I hope you find what brings you happiness."
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. But it's, you know, it was like a nice thing that they were saying about like our future kids would be like raised right or whatever. It's just, yeah, I mean, it sounds stupid, I guess, because it's very obvious, but I don't know, it's just kind of a very obvious realization I was coming to, is that like happy people that want you to be happy are good people to have in your life, and now we have people like that, so it's stuff has just gotten a little bit better, like mentally, and
in general, it's just a good rule of thumb to make sure that you have people around you that actually care about what your life is gonna turn out to be.
Yeah.
So many people like the hands-off friendship or the toxic friendship where you just bring everyone down with you.
Yeah, and like yeah, I don't know. I feel like the future is fairly bright, and yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I want to trade a few things.
I don't want to trade a few things. I want to sell you melons, but I guess I can't.
Hey,
You want to buy and sell something?
that'd be great.
But yeah, anyway, that's my kind of dumb, very obvious reflection on life.
On being happy.
Yeah, that I recently kind of came to, and I thought it was worth mentioning. Anyway, okay. Any who's and what's it's. Let me save here, and yeah. I guess that is.
I guess that's a stream, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and
Yeah, hanging out all the way to the end, some of you. My God, it's so late at night.
Yeah.
For us, anyway.
Thanks for keeping us company and listening to me ramble very vague points about positivity. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I think this game is a decent one to stream. It's kind of interesting to look at because you're like doing stuff.
Yeah. Fallout games in general usually have a pretty good atmosphere.
Yeah. I think next time I'm going to take my vast stores of wealth and my newly gained meth, and I'll do the main story, I suppose. That's gonna be doing that vault. Yeah, or I'll do the Piper interview, and we can all decide on what ridiculous answers to give her. And then she interviews you, and you can choose very silly things to say that like the world was like before the bombs and stuff.
Oh, sure.
And then it actually gets printed in a little text document newspaper thing that you can like pick up and read, and it's just like yeah.
That's cute.
And then people will talk about it. They'll mention something from it.
Yeah, that is nice.
And then I think she can become a follower. The other thing I could do is there was a mod to make your wife Nora a follower, so you could have her not have died and then have her be a follower instead. I think someone set up a romance with the wife character by pitch shifting like Piper's lines or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
But that might be nicer. I don't know. I've never used the mod before, but it seems cute to have your wife just not die.
Yeah, I would say so.
Or we could go through the Piper romance, because the Piper is a pretty decent romance option, I would say. As a follower, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Her default weapon is like a pipe revolver, just like made out of like plumbing parts, and it's like a piece of shit. Like
just because her name is Piper.
No. She just has a shitty gun, and then like you can give her other guns and stuff, but it never quite feels logical. And she doesn't like pick locks or anything, whereas like Kate can pick any lock. It's just random. If she succeeds, and you have to waste a lot of lock picks. So.
Yeah.
And then the perk she gives you is like trash. It's like garbanzo. But anyway.
Okay.
So next time we'll do that stuff. And
yeah. We'll be breathing in some wholesome meth.
Yes.
And getting a girlfriend.
And we'll probably just like burn straight through the story, the main story. Because it doesn't take that long. It's just people take breaks to do side quests, and I just on the stream I just won't. I'll just go straight through, and then I think once we get to like a certain point in the story, there's a natural break, because then you can branch off to different organizations and do their quests. So then at that point, I think we'll do one of the DLCs. We'll choose. So yeah, I guess next time. I get for like I just like think about it, and then like next time, or I'll make a poll. Yeah, I'll make a poll on the.
Oh, I guess you can make polls. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the YouTube community page.
I'll make a poll, and then you guys decide what DLC you want us to do. Once we get to that like branching point in the story, we'll do a DLC in the middle, and then we'll continue with the main story.
Alrighty, sounds like a plan.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out. It truly is a pleasure having you guys along for the ride. Really appreciate your company. And if you did back the campaign, my book should come in tomorrow. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Before 1800 hours, they say.
I will be posting an update as soon as we can confirm that we've gotten the books.
And if the books are messed up, I will cry. I will just sob uncontrollably.
It's okay.
But I hopefully they're fine. and then if you got the big bundle, whatever it's called, like the Master Ultimate bundle, then that should ship out.
Yeah, we've been shipping out the helmets, so
Yeah, that should
you'll
ship
be
out very
getting
soon. As
those.
soon as we get the books, I'm first going to check to make sure that they're not just like, soaked in dog urine. And then if they're fine, we're just immediately going to start packing those up. And then...
Yeah, try to get them out as quickly as possible so nobody has to wait any longer.
Yeah, that'll be like 5 p.m. or something. You know, like 6 p.m. is 1800 hours. And then we'll pack up books until, I guess, if we stream tomorrow. And then we'll ship those out the day after. So then you should get it shortly. So thank you guys for your patience. And thanks so much for hanging out. And